All right, good morning. Good morning, Thor fans. Good morning, Eddie fans. Good morning, Segi TV fans. Hope we are all well. Ryan Bluebone here. Good to see a whole bunch of you guys here already. Oh my goodness, what have we got going on? I've just woken up, guys. I just thought I'd come downstairs, roll out of bed, and watch hopefully a boxing match. I don't know if it's going to happen. And the reason I say I don't know if it's going to happen is, can we rely on Segi TV? The biggest question of the night is, will Segi TV work? Anyway, good to see you all here. I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's here. There's 56 of you here already before the live stream even started. That's pretty neat. But good morning to everyone. Some regular names in here. Ronan Unleashed, killing it in the chat by the looks of it. Who else we got? Let's go up. Evil Zilla says Segi TV isn't worth right now. Now, I don't know what you guys are seeing. Here's what I'm seeing. When I log into Segi.tv, I'm actually seeing something that looks like it's going to work. It's an improvement on what it was. When I log in Segi TV, Segi.tv /Thor vs. Eddie, I get the event will be starting soon. Okay, so we're about half an hour away from the event, is what I'm seeing. We're about half an hour away from something kicking off, and the website's functioning. So you guys let me know. Is that what you guys are getting? Are you getting a functioning website? I'm scared to click anywhere. As I understand it, guys, you don't need to register. Okay, you don't need to register. It's just click it and watch it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So don't stress about registering. I was earlier stressing about registering, and I don't think we have to. It's good to see a whole bunch of people are writing that yes, it is working. Some people saying the site is down for me. The site has been down for me before I went to bed. So like 5 hours ago, the site was just sitting there loading, just going like this. And so I know a lot of people were stressed. I was stressed too, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I want this to work. I desperately want this to work. But nevertheless, if it doesn't work, I will be here imagining what the fight's like with all of the other people in the world that are also imagining what the fight's like. Now, anyway, let's get past that. The big question: who is going to win? This is an interesting one, and no doubt you guys pump out your opinions as well. I see. Interestingly, the vote is super split. If you haven't noticed, in the poll so far, we have 53% are saying Thor, 47% are saying Eddie. Interesting. My gut feel straight away is this is Thor's match to lose. I feel like Thor's gonna have better boxing technicalities. I feel like he's just been doing it a little longer. I feel like he's had more real world practice. And then if we equate this to arm wrestling now, we know that a practice match compared to a genuine ready go is very, very different. So I have a feeling that Thor's genuine ready goes in the boxing sense are worth just a touch more than Eddie's. Now, Eddie's a bad dude. I remember ages ago, long time ago, when Eddie was first announcing this match and all that sort of stuff. I remember seeing Eddie just in the practice gym, and I think Eddie punches real damn hard. I don't know if Thor's going to be able to actually handle the weight of the punches. Like, I don't think he's been hit as hard as that before. I think it's going to be a bit of a brawl. I think there'll be a slight resemblance of professional boxing in there. And I think Thor's going to be probably the one pushing that. I think he's going to be the one probably trying to keep a more professional shape. I think he is the better boxer, but as a lot of people are saying, Eddie does have the puncher's chance because not only does Eddie hit hard, I think Eddie actually has the aerobic edge as well. They're both huge humans. In terms of their size, they're both ridiculously large humans. So you straight away think aerobic fitness is not going to lend itself to either one of these guys. But all that said, we've seen Eddie swim. We've seen that Eddie swims real damn well. He's got lungs on him to push himself in a swimming sense. I can't help but feel like the shoulder work that is centered around swimming is going to be somewhat linked to the shoulder work of boxing. Very, very different, of course, when you're getting punched in the face as well. But I think the shoulder work of Eddie is going to be somewhat more agreeable to boxing than it will be for Thor. So interesting stuff there. I don't know. There's too many factors. I think everyone's saying, when we talk about the emotions of these guys, I don't know. Both of these guys have been trying their best to become hated, trying their best to become the bad guy in this one. I don't know who is the bad guy. If we look at their history, and I'm going to bring up some stats and all sort of stuff because I want to. This is a professional commentary here. I'm by no means a professional boxing commentator in any way, stretch, or form. But let's have a look at some of the stuff. So, Eddie's 34. Okay, Thor's 33. Both pretty similar ages. Yeah, not too dissimilar to myself. In terms of their heights, now Eddie looks like a bulldog. He looks like this short, squashed, compact human, but he's in fact 6'3". Okay, so 6'3" tall for Eddie Hall, despite him looking incredibly compact due to his size and shape and strongman background. So Eddie Hall at 6'3", Hathor Bjornssen at 6'8". Their weight. They weighed in the beast Eddie Hall, 24 stone. We're talking stone. Yeah, I need to get a hang on, 24 stone. I should have done this before talking to you guys. 24 stone. Let's go to kilograms. 24 stone is 152 kilograms. Okay, so 152 kilograms for Eddie the Beast Hall. And 22 stone, 8 pound for Thor. So 22 stone and 8 pound is 143 kilos for Thor. So 9 kilo weight advantage to Eddie Hall. Interesting. Okay. Now the reach. This is a fascinating one. This next one, I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I believe this one. But what I'm looking at here is this little tail of the tape kind of image for all these guys. No, there's no undercard, by the way. I just saw someone asking, is there an undercard? No undercard, which is, I like no undercard. We're straight into it as long as the damn live feed works. Okay, they reach, both of them, 80 inches. They've got the same reach. Do you guys believe? I'm going to ask you guys a poll. Asking you guys a question right now. It says they got the same reach. Let me just ask you. I got to end this other poll. 52% of you think that Thor wins. Very good. I kind of agree. Let me just see if I can ask you another poll. Do you believe they both have an 80-inch reach? I don't see it. I don't see this. I don't see Eddie Hall having the same reach as Hathor Bjornssen, but maybe he does. If he does, it's going to help him, that's for sure. The other thing they've got in there is their net worth. They want to compare each other's net worth as well, which apparently Eddie Hall is winning that considerably, and he's got a net worth of £4 million, where Hathor Bjornssen, 1.6 million pounds. So yeah, a lot of you guys agreeing. So far, the votes coming flying in. 75% of you guys don't agree that they've got the same reach. I don't agree either. I think this is a bit of propaganda from the Eddie Hall camp, trying to worry Hathor Bjornssen perhaps that he has the same reach. But Hathor Bjornssen at 6'8" has to have a bigger reach, surely, than Eddie Hall. at 6'3". I can't imagine any other way. The next stat that these guys compare each other on is their biggest deadlift. Now, of course, we know Eddie Hall set the world record on the big stage, 500 kilograms. And then was it last year that Hathor Bjornssen in his own home with his dad weighing the plates? I saw the controversy, as we all did, lifting 501 kilograms, did Hathor Bjornssen. And that was Strength Old School, says Ryan, your speech is sluggish on the wine. Woohoo. No, not on the wine. Just woke up, mate. Just woke up. Early days here, but just on the cokes. But no, just relaxed. Just having a laugh. But anyway, 501 kilos from Thor was his lift. And honestly, we know that they got under the skin of Eddie Hall. And the last stat that they compare is World's Strongest Man titles, of which they both have only one. So 160 votes come in saying 73% say Eddie's kidding himself if he thinks he's got the same reach as Thor. So we're in that poll there. Okay, so the emotion of this one. This is what I want to ask you guys. I'm going to create another poll. Who has won the mind games? Thor or Eddie? Let us know who won the mind games in this build-up. It's been an interesting build. What I've observed of the mind games so far has been that it's been incredibly turbulent. I don't know who's really won the mind games. What I've seen from Eddie is Eddie's deliberately maintained the very calm. He's tried to constantly just poke Thor and get under Thor's skin whilst sitting there remaining very calm and telling Thor not to be aggressive. Thor has looked a bit all over the shop, to be honest. He's not sure if Eddie's talking about his mum or not. I think that the genuine heat from 2017 World's Strongest Man is there. The carryover is there. Far more for Eddie than it is for Thor. I think that Eddie is really pissed off about the 2017 World's Strongest Man, as he said it, being undermined. He doesn't believe that Thor genuinely credited him with the win. He tried to slight Eddie's win and tried to say that I think Thor shook his hand, but it was this forced hand. He said, and Eddie will say that Eddie shook Thor's hand because he was congratulating him on coming second. But to this day, I believe Eddie still genuinely believes that Thor tried to undermine his World's Strongest Man victory. Now, of course, Thor's gone on and won his own World's Strongest Man the next year. And Eddie says he only did that because Eddie chose not to compete. That would no doubt piss Thor off. When Eddie says that, it would no doubt piss Thor off. And then Thor went and won a whole bunch of other tournaments, which Eddie says mean nothing. To be honest, I do agree with Eddie on that they mean nothing because I don't even know them. As someone who's only a very casual follower of World's Strongest Man, I couldn't tell you the names of the other tournaments or competitions that Thor won. So I can't tell you. Even the fact that I can't tell you the name means that Eddie's right, that they don't really matter. At the end of the day, everyone just wants to know who was the world's strongest man, who won that one. And so I think there's a little bit of salt in the wound for Thor on that. I think Eddie has the victory in the mind games because I think he's right. I do think Thor would be utterly pissed off that Eddie's in a position where he can say you only won because I didn't compete. Ryan, I'm wrong, says Zayna voted. Obviously someone in the Thor camp. Look, Zane, all I'm doing is rolling with what I'm seeing. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a casual follower of the World's Strongest Man, so I can only see what I'm saying. Now, does this mean that I think Eddie won the mind games? Not necessarily. I do think Eddie is on shaky ground for all the Thor fans out there, I do think Eddie's on shaky ground. I do think Eddie is puffing his chest up very considerably, and I do think that's a fair, legitimate play. But I'm not certain. I'm not convinced that he will be able to follow through with it. Of course, you have to box as well. You have to be able to box to actually follow through with it. And at the end of the day, I think Thor's going to be a better boxer. I do think Thor's going to be a better boxer. So it could all come undone. Now, what I want to know is, like, I saw Eddie Hall say he was going to donate, or he tried to challenge Thor to get to agree to say donate £1 million to charity if he loses, and Eddie was very comfortable saying that. It shows you the mental side of Eddie is that I think Eddie is either really cashed up and would be willing to do that anyway, like really cashed up, and probably has some strategy already thought out of how he would do that, or he genuinely doesn't think he's going to lose, or he's just going to say it and then not do it later on. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, in the poll on the mind games, 74% of you guys think that Eddie won that. Now, let's talk about how the match could go. So, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, and I do welcome and thank everyone in, make sure you head to segi.tv/Thor vs. Eddie. It's currently working for me. It says the event will be starting soon, which is about 19 minutes away. So we're not too far away from that. And the website does appear to be working. It wasn't working for me for hours. But anyway, I'm going to ask you guys another question. I'm going to ask, when does this match end? Now, it's a 6-round match. When does this match end? I want to know which round. Round 1. Rounds 2 to 3. Rounds 5. Where's the distance? All right, got a question for you guys. It's incoming now. Thank you for everyone answering in the comments, but let's answer in the poll as well. That'll be the clearest place. All right. Yeah, everyone's saying, yep, Segi's working out. There was a lot of fear that Segi wasn't, but Segi does appear to be working. So if all 400 of you head on over to there, and it should be working. But okay, so the polls straight away, the votes are pouring in on the poll. We got 17% currently saying round 1. Rounds 2 to 3 being the favorite with a 64%, rounds 4 to 5, and then 7% say goes the distance. And, you know, I probably tend to agree with you, and I think it has to be rounds 2 to 3 is the most likely because, let's face it, neither of them are probably a good enough boxer to end this round 1. Neither of them. And probably neither of them are good enough boxers to go the distance for different reasons. So in round 1, one's probably knocking each other out. They'll probably come out with good energy. We know that with that Eddie's going to come out hard, and he's going to try to press forward, and he's going to try to maintain this aggressive level of energy, and Thor is going to box him. But round 1, will there be the knockout punch? I doubt it. Maybe. Look, Eddie wants to knock him out in round 1. They always talk about knocking each other out round 1, but in reality, they usually don't knock each other out in round 1 when it's of this kind of amateur level boxing that we're about to see. So I agree. Rounds 2 to 3 is most likely where it happens. If it's going to be, will it be a TKO or will it be a genuine KO? We're all here to see a genuine KO. That would be great. One of those giant swinging overhand rights from Eddie, catching the big jaw of Thor. Would he hit? He would hit the deck hard, wouldn't he? If he did fall from 6'8", he'd hit the deck hard. Or will it just be an accumulation of jabs to the face from Thor to Eddie that slowly just adds up, and he starts things, and the referee steps in and does a TKO? Now, here's one thing. And I'll let you guys keep voting on this one before I get to it. We'll talk about it a bit more. Rounds 4 to 5, 13% of you guys say it. is where it is going. Possibly, and 8% of you think it goes the distance. I think if it does go the distance, if we do get to round 6 complete, then it's likely that Thor wins. You have to guess that Thor lands more punches than Eddie will. I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to arm wrestle both of them. Anyway, sorry, just losing my voice. All right, I'm going to end this poll here. And now I'm going to ask you guys another question that I really hope doesn't occur, but I fear it. There's a part of me that fears this. All right, and the question is, I'm going to let it be a surprise to you all. Then I'll talk about it. Oh, no. All right, here's the question, guys. It's out there. I hope the answer is no to this one. But anyway, let's have a look at the question is, will the referee stop the match prematurely? What are the odds of that? If we think back to Thor versus Devin Larratt, it was one of those things where referees can step in and be a TKO because they're not boxers. Because they're not boxers, they don't have good instincts. They have sloppy instincts. And so a seasoned referee who is doing his job. Remember, the referee is not only under the pressure of just causing entertainment, but the referees have got other referees of the world looking in on them saying, hey, you should have stopped that match then because that man did not know how to defend himself anymore. Here's the thing, referees, please let them just slug it out. Let them get sloppy. It's okay. If someone's sloppy in their defense, just let them take it on the chin. Just let them hit the canvas. Please. What I don't want to see is Eddie Hall getting sloppy in his defense. He's starting to see a bit stars, and a referee step in and TKO it. If that happens, no, they might be setting it. You never know. If that happens, they might just be setting it up for a marketing rematch. But I don't think Eddie wants a rematch here. I genuinely think that Eddie wants this match to be the last he has to do with Thor. I don't think that Thor particularly wants to do it again. But obviously, if they're getting paid, which they're getting paid well, they're happy in that respect. But oh my goodness, I don't think that they want this one to actually be stopped on a technicality. Please, referees. Now, 57% of you think it will be stopped prematurely. There's a big part of me. Like I said, I don't want it to go that way, but I do feel that is the way it's gonna go, and I'm gonna hate it. We're all gonna hate it if the match is stopped prematurely. But anyway, 56% of you think, 44% of you say no. Good number, that one, 44%. But anyway, let's end that one there. Thank you for the votes on that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just arriving now, we are only 12 minutes away from the scheduled start of this coverage from Seggy.tv/Thor vs. Eddie. My stream or my live feed website appears to be currently functioning. So if you're wondering where you can see it, ladies and gentlemen, head to Seggy.tv/Thor vs. Eddie. That's where it'll be. Now, I'm going to continue being live. Obviously, we're going to trash talk this match for all it is. So do stick around, get two browsers open, watch it on Seggy TV. Stick here, and you'll hear my commentary. Not that it's going to be amazing commentary, but you'll hear my commentary and my spin on it. But most importantly, I want to hear your trash talk from it as well. So this is going to be a nice centralized forum for us to keep chatting and keep this thing going. Whole bunch of people saying it's not working. It's not a pay-per-view. It is a free one. Okay, so I'm looking. Okay, I'm just going to poll you guys one more time on the Seggy TV because we're getting close now, so we want to make sure it is working. So okay. All right, so I just want to know, basically, right now, is Seggy.tv/Thor vs. Eddie working for you currently? I'm hesitant to click anything because it does, for me, it's just got the banner up at the moment saying the event will be starting soon. and it appears like it's working. So I want to know if it is working for you. It does look like it is working for 63% of people so far, so that is a good sign. Hopefully, we get that closer to 95. Look, interestingly, I'll just check for everyone who's trying to watch it on a mobile phone. Let's see if mine does anything in the mobile phone front or not. Let's have a look. All right, Segi.tv /Thor vs. Eddie. Okay. This little spinning screen is what I've been having the whole night. If you're still spinning, I can get it. But on my PC, it does appear to be working. On my mobile, it looks like it is spinning indefinitely for the moment. Yeah. Okay, so I'll keep both pages open because I don't know what's going to happen, just in case. We'll cover all bases. But anyway, as 531 of you guys are in here chatting, I just wanted to say a big thanks to you guys. Like I said, the idea of this one is just to trash talk this match a little bit, and also just to give you guys a centralized place to talk shit with each other as the match unfolds, because I don't know what Segi TV is going to be providing in that regard. I don't think there's a forum. So anyway, that's what we're here to do. So guys, hit the like button for me. 543 of you guys here, hit that like button for me. That would mean the world. But anyway, guys, the event is due to start in 9 minutes. Now, right now, who do you think is going to be genuinely more nervous? I want to know, out of Thor and Eddie, given that the boxing experience of both these guys is relatively low, who is going to carry the nerves better? I'm going to word it differently. Who is going to be more nervous? All right. Oh, I think I just spelled Eddie's name wrong, but you get it. You guys get it. Who is going to be more nervous going into this match? And I think the nerves are going to be playing a big thing for both these guys. It's been 2 years that we've been waiting for this fight. There is genuine tension between the gentlemen. Eddie really feels like Thor has undermined his 2017 World's Strongest Man title. Thor just thinks he's better. It was the log lift, whatever it was, the overhead press that Thor whinged about, saying there was cheating going on or whatnot, or tried to change the rules of. Either way, there's genuine tension. Thor seems to have moved on from 2017. He doesn't seem to care. Since then, he's gone on and he's won the 2017 the 2018 World's Strongest Man. He's gone on and won the Arnold. He's gone on and won everything else under the sun. He's broken Eddie's world record, which it was the Viking press. Thank you, guys. It was the Viking press that there was that controversy. Thor has gone on as an all-round athlete. He did that. Let's face it, when he did that 501 kilo deadlift, he did it very easily. He looked very comfortable. He looked like there was more in him. As 55% of you guys say that the vote is on Thor. And it's interesting, when we look at the mental pressure, when we look at who would be nervous in this, they've got very different reasons to be nervous, haven't they? Thor's reason to be nervous is just because he senses that Eddie Hall is genuinely angry, that Eddie Hall is genuinely pissed off, and that Eddie Hall genuinely wants to knock his head off. I think that's why Thor would be nervous. I think Thor would be nervous because he's worried about losing. Eddie would be nervous because he would be worried about not completing the story, not doing what he just really, really wants to do. As Mike's Vikings Fitness comes in with a $2 super chat, he says, prediction, early stoppage by the ref. Thank you, Mike's Viking Fitness, for the super chat, man. The prediction of an early stoppage by the ref is a fair prediction. I do think that's going to be a possibility. I really pray that it doesn't happen. Last thing we want is a over-enthusiastic ref stepping in and stopping a wobbly Eddie or something like that, and ending it with a TKO. We want to see genuine fight to the finish. Can both these guys survive, or can one of them genuinely knock each other out? I think they should let a non-sanctioned referee it. They should just let someone referee it. Just let Devin Larratt referee it or something like that. Just let the boxers referee it themselves and just old school style. Just whoever gives up first loses. That'd do, mate. I think that's how Eddie would like it. I think Eddie would like that because I think Eddie is just going to come straight out, really aggressive. He's just going to be looking for the that dogfight nature of it. He's going to be coming with more energy. He's going to be hitting harder. He's not going to be pulling punches. I think he's going to be hitting far harder than Thor. So Eddie is going to be the one who's going to look sloppy. If anyone's going to get TKO'd, it's probably going to be Eddie. So hopefully there's no TKO early stoppage on Eddie because that would be a grave disappointment. Let's not hope. Guys, 56% of you think that Thor is more nervous. Eddie, 44. Well, Eddie's promised that he will donate. There we go. $5 from Muckfoot says Thor fans are real nervous. Yeah, they should be, Muckfoot. I agree. Eddie genuinely has bad blood here. He genuinely wants to just end it. He said he's we heard in the press conference, he wanted an apology from Thor for undermining the 2017 win, for discrediting that win. And Eddie never got his apology. Eddie never got his handshake. And Eddie says that he will take this as what he needed. As Juju Mugu, who's been a pay-per-view member for 2 months, what a legend, Juju Mugu comes in and says, I hope this is a real slugfest, not a gingerly fought fight where they just chase each other around. If a KO, the winner should sit on the loser's head. Bit of WWE action there. I don't know if that one will happen, but Juju Mugu, good on you. Thank you, man, for being a pay-per-view member for the last 2 months. Lots to come here on the channel if you're a pay-per-view member. Guys, I almost feel like when we look at Eddie's approach, and I'm just going to end that poll right there. I feel like when we look at Eddie's approach, that this is almost like an old school trial by combat, medieval. This is Eddie has wanted things to be different. He's wanted Thor to admit a genuine loss in the 2017 World's Strongest Man. He's wanted Thor to admit that his deadlift of 501 kilos was dodgy. He's wanted a whole lot, and he's never got any of it from Thor. He's never got any of it. And subsequently, this trial by combat is where Eddie believes it will go. Eddie believes he has God, the universe, karma, whatever you want to call it. Eddie believes he's got that on his side. He thinks that the right will be wrong. And there's something to that. There is something to it. When we talk about the energy of a fight, the fearlessness of a man, it often comes down to what are the motivations. If you're fighting for the life to protect your children, you go to a zone where you don't care and you just fight. And anything can be done to you. Your fearlessness comes through and you live it more. Okay. If we talk about that factor, Eddie has far more of the fearlessness factor in this match because of his motivations are more real. They're more at heart. They get to the soul of Eddie a lot more genuinely than Thor's motivations. So if anyone is going to be willing to scrap harder, if anyone is going to be willing to just push through nervousness, it's Eddie Hall. And for that reason, Eddie Hall 100% gets that edge. 100% gets that edge. And that gives him the puncher's chance. That gives him the knockout possibility. Eddie Hall is an angry man going into this fight. Eddie Hall. All right, let's see. Does anyone know? His Juju Mugu comes in with a $9.99 super chat. It says, also, boo to Facebook's crappy behavior. Hope you're back on your feet and fighting the good fight. Look forward to the years of more cool content. Thank you, Juju Mugu. Yeah, Facebook. What a pain in the ass that was, losing the monetization there. But all good. Thank you, Juju Mugu. We'll continue to push forward. Now, guys, we're 2 minutes away from the scheduled start. Please make sure you guys let me know in the comments if the stream is up for you guys. I will do the same. I'm scared to hit refresh because it looks good for me at the moment, so I'm just going to keep it there. As DCS Beamer comes in with a 35 ZAR. Thank you very much. Says, hey, Ryan, do you think some of the animosity is a bit exaggerated? I've seen them friendly with each other between 2017 and now. Look, I do think there is some degree of exaggerated animosity there. But I do think that it's real. The core of it, the base of it, is real, and subsequently, they've let that become the focus of their emotional energies between now. I do think it is exaggerated, but I do think I think these guys do have the ability to respect each other. But this fight, because of all the animosity of 2017 and the 501 kilo deadlift, it's coming to a head because of this boxing match. Yes, they're being paid well and they're both being entertainers, but it's coming to a head. And we are 1 minute away from the start, and we're hopefully about to see this come to a head before our eyes, and we're going to have a faultless stream on Segi.tv. Anyway, let's see what happens. I'm gonna take a drink. Give me a second. Okay. Let's hope Segi TV. Okay, my clock's just ticked over to half past, which is the scheduled start time of the stream. Nothing has happened for me. I'm not pressing refresh. I'm just gonna wait unless I see you guys saying it's on and I need to press refresh. Okay. Nothing live yet. Okay, nothing live yet. Okay, someone else refreshed and it's the same. Good. Oh, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to. I don't want to ruin this. That's the last thing I want to do. Oh, live now. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm hitting refresh. Let's see what we got. Okay, hitting refresh. God, I love it that you guys letting me know. The comments started pouring in. At the moment, I got the screen doing this. Let's hope she comes through. Still loading for me, YouTube. You guys might need to let me know what's going on. If you guys are getting it and I'm not, oh man. No, I just got the ring of death. Loading the ring of death. You can see the ring? Okay. So people are lower the quality. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Mine was on HD. I'll lower it down. Won't let me. It just keeps on saying automatic on HD. But anyway, we're still spinning. I'm going to try on the phone as well. Give me a go on the phone. Let's see if the phone's got any more luck. Segi.tv/Thor vs Eddie is where we're all trying to get into at the moment. It's like an invite only to the best mates party. Let's see what we got. Come on, Thor vs Eddie. Give me something. This is all I got. YouTube. I got spinning dicks on both my PC and my mobile. All right, I'm refreshing again. Refreshing again. Open a different browser. Yeah, I might try the different browser. Let's go with. So I've got to. What do you call these old Microsoft browser that used to do everything? Microsoft Edge. Let's see if Microsoft Edge is going to come to the party. All right, let's go. Segi.tv/Thor vs Eddie. Come on, Microsoft. Let's see if Microsoft will do it for me. Will Microsoft or Chrome? People saying it's down again. Oh no. I'm trying on Google Chrome. I'm trying on Microsoft Edge. We'll see which one gets. And I'm trying on my phone. I got nothing on any of them at the moment. What a pain in the ass. I've got something. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got something. All right. There we go. Oh, it's a pretty cool stadium. They're in the tennis arena. Look at the lights, the blue lights. It's 1 a.m. I can see on the big screen up there, we got some dude playing. I look like I am 11 seconds. It says live minus 11 seconds. But anyway, I have something going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are there. Looks like the locals in Dubai. There's probably a couple hundred people there at 1 a.m. that have gone into this tennis stadium to watch this fight. Good to see Segi.tv, Thor. It's live and it's working. So we're not yet at the point. Oh, I can hear the commentator saying, "Where's Larry? Maybe Larry Wheels is going to be the commentator." Larry, where's Larry? Anyway, I apologize, guys. Hopefully you won't be hearing all that. I'll just have it very quiet so I can hear what's going on as well. But anyway, can't get it working. The Ring of Death. Keep refreshing. So, guys, just so you know how I got it personally working, I opened up a new web page on Google Chrome, and it took me about a minute of it loading before I got in. So I suspect there is somewhat of a queue to get in there. On my mobile phone, it was just the spinning wheel of death still. Actually, let's see. Oh no, look at that. My mobile phone, it is working. That's what you're looking for. That little blue arena is what's going on if you want to see it. But it's working now for me on both my phone and on the PC. So hopefully you guys get in there. I'm not sure who it's going to be commentating. Maybe it's Big Loz as who is it? Byron Hack has just suggested. Maybe so. Not sure if we'll have professional boxing commentators or not. But either way, you got me commentating right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, testing, says Big Loz. If it is Big Loz. One thing's for sure when it comes to sport in the last 2 years is that it's been this learning process, hasn't it? It's been a learning process on how to present sport. With all the big companies that do it so regularly going under, it's been this rise of the YouTube era, rise of the stream that's been coordinated by athletes that have thrown together a company that is just not used to it. So there's been some pretty sloppy stuff, but this one looks like it's working. Segi.tv / Thor vs. Eddie is working for me at the moment, and hopefully it's working for you guys as well. Because there's going to be a lot of people watching this. With it being free, it's going to be a lot of people watching this. I don't know what the business model is of Segi.tv, but they must have put a fair bit of money forward. I don't know where they make their revenue. The spinning wheel of death working for a lot of people. Keep on trying, guys. It is working for me. But, guys, I think we are now 22 minutes away from the bell itself. The commentators will no doubt ramp up shortly. At the moment, we're just listening to them actually. I don't even think they necessarily know that they're live already, but we're listening to them work out their technical issues. We're listening to them get set up at the moment. So that's what's going on. Keep on going, guys. I will commentate. If you obviously, spoiler alert in advance, guys, I am going to be letting you know what I see here in this fight as it goes. So if you're wanting to save it, if it's not working for you and you're wanting to miss the result and see it somewhat live for yourself on a replay, do tune out, because I will be letting you guys know via this channel what is going on. There's 796 of you guys that are in here. We're just about to crack 800. Thank you so much, guys. Hit the like button for me as well. I appreciate you guys here. This is a lot of fun. I get to wake up in the morning and roll out of bed and watch Thor vs. Eddie with you guys. Now, I'm going to, like I said, I'll do my best to commentate it, but the whole purpose of this is just to trash talk, give us all a forum to discuss what's going on, because Segi.tv doesn't give us a forum to do that. So we're going to watch it here together. I'm not going to screen share or anything like that, so just head to Segi.tv / Thor vs. Eddie and watch it live as well. But we are going to enjoy this one together. Ryan, block that Eddie guy. It says Papuna official. I don't know about that one. Eddie Hall. I have met Eddie Hall. I got in 2014. I went to an Arm Wars in the UK. What was it? Arm Wars. I forget what the name of the arm was, but anyway, I got to meet Eddie Hall. I have a photo with Eddie where I completely out-angled him, and I look like I'm as big as Eddie. I don't know how that happened, but I out-angled. I do remember Eddie at that time in 2014. He was talking to me about all his aspirations to become the world's strongest man. I think he was only at the point where he was just winning Britain's strongest man. And a couple of things I remember about Eddie. I remember how much he was eating, and that stunned me. It was Eddie and myself and Neil Pickup. We went out to dinner, went for a pub meal, and Eddie ordered a share platter of chips, cheese, and gravy. A share platter. There was more calories on that plate than I'd ever seen before in my life. He inhaled that whole thing to himself, and that was his starter. And then he went and had like a large T-bone steak after that. But I remember watching Eddie eat and just thinking, oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Guys, keep on trying to refresh it. If it's not working for you, it is working for me. I've got the arena in lights. It looks like the blue lights of the tennis stadium there in Dubai. We can see a good crowd in there. There's a couple of hundred people in there at the moment. They've got a band playing, all sort of stuff. The fight is scheduled to start in 19 minutes' time is when we'll actually get it going. So best of luck in getting the stream. I've got the stream at the moment, so I'm one of those fortunate ones. Good stuff. This camera angle, there's the request for the pose. This camera, I got the wide lens. When I use the non-wide lens, my arms look way bigger. But I still haven't got that Engen Terzi thing going on. If you're wondering where the Bojda match is, the Bojda match would have happened literally yesterday for me. It's now Sunday morning here in Australia. It would have happened yesterday for me. His visa is still pending. I don't know what is going on. The Bojda match will go ahead as soon as that man's visa is approved. He will be flying on a plane to Australia, and we will be facing. So I'm ready for Bojda, that's for sure. Yeah. Are those arms made of Jello? The best kind of Jello. They're absolutely. All right. I'm going to ask you guys a few more questions. We'll get a few more things going, and then hopefully we're going to edge closer to the bell. Bring the wife on. She's very entertaining. Yeah, my wife is incredibly entertaining. She's been live with me once on YouTube. I think she should do more. All right. I'm going to ask you guys a few more questions about this match. Okay. Well, Eddie. No, I'm going to ask you a different question. Will there be a handshake at the end? Will there be a handshake at the end of this fight? Win, lose, or draw, are these guys going to actually shake hands at the end of this fight? It's an interesting one because there seems to be so much genuine bad blood coming from Eddie. There seems to be so much nonchalance about that from Thor. 68% straight away saying yes, there will be a handshake at the end. 32% thinking there won't be. Now, it'll depend who wins, won't it? Because let's say if Thor wins on a TKO or something like that, if Thor wins on an early stoppage, I can see it pissing Eddie off, and I can see there being no handshake. I can see that happening. If Eddie knocks Thor out, I think there will be a handshake. I think Thor will give it to him. I think most scenarios lead to a yes, but there's still a decent amount of scenarios that move to no. Move over, Ryan. Aussie Arm Wrestler, the top streamer right now, 2K. Oh, look at Aussie Arm Wrestler go. Well done, Aussie Arm Wrestler, 2K. Oh, well, man, I love Jake Warden, the Aussie Arm Wrestler. There's more love for everyone going around. Don't have enough time for Aussie arm wrestler. He is killing it. Absolutely well done. But yeah, I do think that there will be a handshake then. And my gut feel is there will be. I think Thor will give Eddie that handshake that he has been longing for such a significant time. But I do think that there is a genuine chance that these guys won't shake hands at the end. And in the result of that, it would mean that they're aiming for another rematch. I think another rematch is probably what they're after in that respect. But there's so much genuine tension in this one. What I'm going to ask you guys, I want to ask you guys in the comments section. I want to know. I'm going to do an old Aussie arm wrestler trick on this one. I want to ask you guys, where in the world are you watching from? Let me know the country that you guys are in. Where is home for you? And we will. Oh, the screen just went a little bit crazy. But let me know in the comments section, where are you coming from? I want to see all those countries fly past. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at the pace of this. Oh my god, I'm seeing everywhere. I'm seeing USA, I'm seeing Scotland, I'm seeing Ireland, I'm seeing Canada, I'm seeing Spain, I'm seeing Portugal, I'm seeing Los Angeles, I'm seeing South Africa, I'm seeing everywhere. Oh my goodness, Israel, Ukraine. Good to see everyone. Malta, Romania, France, Sri Lanka, India, Sweden, Ohio, Canada, Alaska. Oh my goodness, that's hard to read. Texas as it flies past that quick. Good on you, everybody, for being there in the chat. Love it. Love that I'm able to show you guys some commentary. Give you guys a place to talk some trash for this match, which is, ladies and gentlemen, we're only 14 minutes away. It looks like they're having some practice right now. We're seeing the rain replay come across the screen. They're just testing out all of their systems right now. Good to see everybody. So many people there in the chat. All right. We are, ladies and gentlemen, 14 minutes away from the bell between the heaviest boxing match of all time. Hathor Bjornssen up against Eddie Hall. This one. Now, I want to know. I'm going to ask a question about, given that we're here on an arm wrestling channel, given that we're given that we're talking about Thor and Eddie, and I want to ask about Thor and Devon. Was Thor and Devon a good thing? Hang on, I'll ask you a different way. Did Thor v. Devon impress you? I want to know, did Thor v. Devon impress you? And does it help, subsequently, does it help in your mind the likelihood of Thor winning? Did Thor versus Devon impress you? That was obviously the last match that Thor had. 86% straight away off the bat say no, it did not impress. It didn't. It didn't. Let's be honest, Devon Larratt, as Eddie described him, a 50-year-old man. He's not quite 50. He's 46 this year. Is Devon Larratt? He's 10 years older than I am. So 47 this year is Devon, because I turn 37 in about a month. But anyway, 83% of you say it didn't impress you. It was a match where Devon wasn't a boxer. He had 5 weeks preparation. Devon looked like your dad trying to step into the ring for you on your behalf, and didn't didn't go so well. So Thor versus Devon wasn't particularly impressive. I know Eddie sat on the couch, watched that, and had a bit of a chuckle. So that wouldn't have been something that worried Eddie Hall watching that performance. But one thing is for sure, when we talk about this match here, is Eddie is a very different beast. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys a question again, another poll for you guys. Who hits harder? Who hits harder in this one? Or Eddie? All right, let me know. We want to paint the picture of how this fight is going to go. Who hits harder is the current question that we've got in the poll out of Thor and Eddie. I think I know the answer to this one. It should come through pretty unanimously, I reckon. But let's have a look. Who hits harder? We've got both of these guys weighing in very similar, about that 100. And I think Eddie was 152 and Thor was 143 kilos. Both of them having the 80-inch reach, apparently. But as I suspected, 81% of you saying that Eddie Thor hits harder than Thor does. Eddie Hall, that is. Did I say Eddie Thor? Eddie Hall hits harder. 81% of you guys think that Eddie hits harder, and I do think that that is going to be a factor. I do think that that will be a significant factor. Now, the next question I want to ask you guys is about the aerobic capacity, because this one, if we know anything about boxing, we know that when you're not a boxer, which I'm not, and you step into a ring, which I've only ever done against my nephew who is a boxer, I remember it being that aerobic capacity was a killer. Who has the better aerobic capacity is the question. Aerobic capacity. Or Eddie. All right. Who has the better aerobic capacity in this one, guys? Interesting one, of course. Eddie coming from that background, he has that swimming background. I do feel like the swimming is somehow going to help him with the aerobic capacity, the similarities in swimming's demand on aerobic capacity compared to Eddie's. Interesting. 65% of you guys coming in with Thor saying he has the better aerobic capacity. Oh, it's starting to shift. We've got a bit of a 40% swing. I know Eddie Hall, we know he hits harder. 82% of you agree that he hits harder, but interestingly, Thor taking the edge here at 59% after 305 votes now, saying that Thor has the better aerobic capacity. My gut feel, if I'm honest, was that Eddie had the better aerobic capacity. I think Eddie was backing himself, I think, on the cardio, because I do think the cardio is going to be a massive factor in this. I think that whoever suffers the lungs first is going to really struggle. Now, Thor, we know, is the better. Oh, actually, we don't know this. But anyway, in this poll there, 58% of you thinking Thor has the better aerobic capacity. I disagree with you. I think that Eddie has it. I think his swimming background is going to. But then, next question, who is the better technical boxer? Thor and Eddie. All right. Answer this one for me, ladies and gents. Who is the better technical boxer? So, first of all, we had 82% of people think that Eddie is the harder hitter. Then we had 59% of you thought that Thor had better aerobic capacity. Now, who is the better technical boxer? We have so far 79% of you saying that Thor is the better technical boxer. So, this is painting an interesting picture. If we're talking about who's going to be winning this one, very interesting picture being painted there. We've got the hard hitting, slugging, looking for the knockout early. You'd have to say Eddie Hall up against the man with the more potentially, even though I disagree, I'm going to go with your opinions here. More people saying that Thor has the aerobic capacity and 77% the better technical boxer. I do agree that Thor is likely to be the better technical boxer of the two. I think that he has done more ready goes at the end of the day. To use an arm wrestling term, I think he's done more genuine ready goes than Eddie Hall has done. And Thor at 77% winning the technical box after 377 of you guys have hit the vote. Now, okay. Next question. Okay, I'm going to ask another question for you because we're trying to paint the picture here of who is going to win. As we're going to repeat a question before, who is going to win round one? Who is going to win round one? We know that Eddie Hall is going to come out strong in this fight. We know that Eddie Hall is going to bring knockout energy. He's going to be seeking that finish that early. As John Pelto comes in with a super sticker, SCK 30. Thank you, John Pelto. You're the man. I appreciate all the love, brother. Thank you so much. Guys, please hit that like button for me. If you could hit that like button for me, we're going to catch the Aussie arm wrestler. See if I can catch him in how many guys are watching. Hit that like button for me. That'll put it in front of more YouTube audiences. We've got 349 likes right now. Let's see if we can get that. We've got 885 you guys in here right now. Hit that like button for me. That'll get this stream put in front of more people in the YouTube algorithm world. I appreciate it. But as we look here at the poll now, as we tick past 400 on the likes, you guys are legends. Round one, it says, is going to go to Eddie Hall. 69% of you believe that it will go to Eddie Hall as the likes are pouring in. That's what I like to see. Let's crack to the 1,000 mark on the viewers. We'll get there soon. 68% of you say that Eddie is going to win round one. Now, round one being a very critical round, most people think that the fight is going to end in rounds 2 and 3. So if Eddie is winning round one, does that mean that Eddie is getting the knockout somewhere around rounds 2 and 3? Oh, I don't know. It could be on. Thor obviously happy to make this one go the distance. If he has the better aerobic capacity and he has the better technical boxing, it will be looking good for him if he does that. But interesting stuff here to recap all the polls so far. We got 82% of you guys believing that Eddie Hall hits harder. We got 60% of you thinking that Thor has the better aerobic capacity. 77% of you thinking that Thor is the better technical boxer. Oh, we got ads now. We got Viking ads going on. Love it. They got some ads going on, but I'll just turn that sound down. Now, interestingly, and then despite 77% of you thinking that Thor is a better technical boxer, we did have, 72% of you believing that Eddie will win round one. Eddie will win round one. Okay, I want to know, okay, I'm going to ask you guys, how will this match end? Oh, I need to actually do it in a poll, not just in a comment. Hang on, give me a second. How will this match end? KO, TKO, points, or white towel? Let me know, how is this one going to end? Will it be a knockout, a technical knockout, a points decision, or there will be a white towel? Let's find out what you guys think on that one. I think TKO is my opinion. That's my guess. I think early stoppage TKO. I don't want it to be that, but that's what I think it's going to be. I want to see genuine KO. There we go. 43% of you agree the TKO, and coming in as the most likely outcome for this match is the TKO. The knockout at 35%, the points decision 13%, and the white towel. I want to know the white towel. If you're a white towel voter, let us know in the comments whose white towel is it. Is it Thor's white towel or Eddie's white towel? I can't see Eddie white toweling. I can only see, if anyone was going to white towel, it's going to be Thor. Eddie's angry. Eddie wants this one done and dusted. People are saying that Thor wins because he's a boxer and Eddie's not a boxer yet. That may be true, but Eddie's a brawler. Eddie's here for a fight. Eddie wants this one done. 44% after a good 365 votes in believe it will be a TKO. The white towel only in a Rocky movie. We do see white towels occasionally, but it's not in this scenario. It's not in this scenario. Okay. So the TKO is the most likely and the KO. So given that, what do we got? 80% total believe that this match is going to end in some form of knockout. That is pretty cool. And I do agree. I don't think either of these guys are good enough boxers to actually get to the end of the line. I'm not sure that it will actually get to the end of the 6 rounds before someone just getting TKO'd. The referees are going to be nasty. The referees are going to be on point. And if the referees see sloppiness and a bit of confusion going on from either one of these guys, they will stop it. We saw it when Thor took on Devin Larratt. We saw that Devin Larratt, he didn't look like he was out of it totally when that match got stopped. So Eddie Hall versus Thor, we do have the risk that it gets stopped early. We hope it doesn't go that way. We hope that it stays here. Now, we know that Thor's been fighting. We've seen Thor's, but Eddie Hall says he's had practice matches. I want to know, do you think Eddie's practice matches compare? Do Eddie's practice fights compare to Thor's exhibitions? In a value sense, if you're preparing for this match, if you're one of these guys, and I'm sorry for all the typos, you guys know what I'm meant to ask there. I'm excited. I'm typing fast. But do Eddie's practice fights, do they compare to Thor's exhibition fights? When we talk about arm wrestling, I know what this is like. Practice matches just don't mean the same thing as genuine ready goes. Now, are Thor's fights genuine ready goes? I don't know. The first couple, he was. I think they were told not to hit him in the head, not to knock him out. It was more of a game, giving him the experience. So I don't think they fully counted, but I do think they counted. And 62% of you guys are saying that Eddie's practice fights did not compare to Thor's exhibition fights, and I do agree on that. I do agree that Thor has more of the critical experience for this fight that is necessary. The critical experience that will make it more real. If Eddie might get overwhelmed, as much as Eddie right here in this scenario is incredibly focused, he's incredibly driven. Like no one's questioning Eddie's desire. Eddie's desire is stronger than Thor's by a long way in this one. He's got more reason to win. He's got more reason to have genuine motivation. But Eddie Hall hasn't got that stage experience that Thor does. The stage experience will count for something because it's just your brain remembers how to react. Your brain remembers the automatic little feelings that you get, that nervous energy when you're out there and that bell goes for the first time. Thor has experienced that at least 3 times. At least 3 times. So that does count for something. And 65% of you guys agree that Eddie's practice fights do not. Okay. All right. Okay. So I want to know. Question. Would you rather be hit by? Which would you rather be hit by? Which would you rather be hit by? Eddie's overhand right or 2 jabs and a right cross from Thor? All right. Which would you rather be hit by? One single overhand right from Eddie or 2 jabs and a right cross from Thor? Let's see. I got a feeling this one's going to be balanced, and this will highlight a good point. Okay, look at that. Look at that. And I thought it would go this way. Look, a bunch of you guys have voted already. Straight away, 75% of you say you'd rather be hit by 2 jabs and a right cross from Thor than one single overhand right from Eddie. That right there tells you how strong the knockout power is of Eddie Hall. That right there tells you how dangerous that overhand right. Eddie's going to be ducking and weaving. He's going to be coming forward. There's going to be this savage, like he's swimming, like he's butterfly stroke. We know that he can accelerate overhand right and catch the chin of Thor. If that lands, it's a knockout. That is one of those things that can be a one punch knockout right there. So 67% of you would prefer to be hit by 2 jabs and a right cross from Thor. That to me shows you that I don't think that Thor is going to knock Eddie Hall out in any one single punch. If Thor is going to knock Eddie Hall out, it's going to be an accumulation where if Eddie Hall knocks Thor out, it is going to be in one punch. It'll be in one big, heavy overhand right. I don't know, maybe an overhand left either. Maybe he'll go switch sides and that overhand left will come through. Eddie, like we said, he's passionate, he's driven, he's emotional in this one. And let's say he's coming out with the harder hitting. He's coming out with the intent to knock out. And I like that poll answer there, guys. That is a good one. That it tells me a lot about how you guys think this match will go. And I agree completely. The 2 jabs and a right cross from Thor, not as scary as an overhand right from Eddie. I do remember seeing video footage when this match was first announced that where Eddie Hall was just hitting. I think you can look it up on YouTube as the world's hardest punch or something like that. But Eddie Hall hitting the bag, looking absolutely savage, absolutely crushing his opponents, and you can see like the wincing of his opponents who are holding the bag. It's full on. All right. Oh my god. And that poll there. Now we are only moments away. Surely, I can see Big Loz in the background there, the ringside announcer. This fight scheduled to start some 4 minutes ago. So any moment we should get into that level where we're starting to see them come out. Right now, the guys would be in their dressing rooms warming up. They'll come out with a sweat on themselves already. New territory for both these guys. Obviously, from the world's strongest man, these guys are used to the big stage performance, but they're not used to this. This is the first time that they're stepping into a ring against each other. If Solitude, in answering your question, you don't need to buy it. Just head to seggy.tv/Thor vs. Eddie. It is free, and everyone just go to that website and click the play button. It will be there. Mighty Nathaniel says, I am there live. They're saying it will begin by 7 p.m. Mighty Nathaniels, when you say 7 p.m., brother, what does that mean? Right now, it's 1 a.m. as far as I'm aware in in Dubai. Local time in Dubai is 1 a.m. So if it's starting by 7 p.m., that's a long time. I don't think that's the case. But anyway, guys, head to seggy.tv /Thor vs. Eddie. That is where the action is at. We've got the arena there. You can see there's lots of energy there. There's bristling in the crowd. There's at the moment they're interviewing different people ringside. You can see a few different commentators. You can see Big Loz there. He's there in Dubai. No, I got to admit, I'm a little sad. I was meant to be there in Dubai right now. I was meant to be there. I would have been there right now if RVJ hadn't have withdrawn from the King of the Table match. I would have been there right now because, of course, King of the Table 3 is not too far away in Dubai, the Larry Wheels production, King of the Table, Core Sports, all sort of good stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, as we wait for the Seggy.tv coverage to really ramp up, we've just got the backstage view at the moment. It was initially a pay-per-view, but Seggy TV taking control and went from Core Sports to Seggy.tv. Who knows what the price was that they paid for that. I hope for their sake that they get the return. I don't know what the return is because there's no registrations required. You can just simply click on the link and it will start. Yeah. Oh. I'm going to have a look at your comments for a bit. Let's have a look at what's going on in the chat. Juju Moogie says, Dawson Smith comes in with a $5 super chat. Says, ready to see Thor take control of the ring. He's got to be 44% more prepared. Dawson Smith, a Hathor Bjornssen fan there. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Dawson Smith. Now, I'm going to ask two polls because I want to know. Okay, I don't want you guys to answer this on who you think will win. So this is a very much who do you want? And I'm saying with a capital WANT. Who do you want to win? Okay. I don't want you to answer this one with who do you think will win. That's the next question. Who do you want to win? Very important question. Who do you want to win? Who is the people's champion in this one? Who do the people want to win this fight? Not who do you think. Again, reiterate. Who do you want to win this fight? Who for you do you want to see victorious? Who do you want to see the other guy laying on the canvas? And it's a 55% so far. Eddie Hall. Oh, 54% Eddie Hall after 340 votes. So it's a fairly even split. I think I thought it was going to be that way as well. I suspected that Eddie was going to be ahead. I think he's got a few more fans out there in the world. Both of these guys have painted themselves in very interesting lights as they've come in here. We know what the confrontation between these guys is about. The 2017 World's Strongest Man, the 500 kilo and 501 kilo deadlift, as 58% now say they want Eddie to win. There we go. So 58% of the crowd leaning towards an Eddie Hall victory. Will be happy if he does. To be honest, I am in Camp Eddie as well. I have met Eddie in 2014 myself, and I did enjoy the time with him. As much as I think he's a bit of an animal and crazy these days, I do think that Eddie Hall is the man that I would like to see win. Daniel Begley comes in with a $1.99 super chat. Says, are others having issue with the Seggy TV app loading? I do wish you all the best, guys. Head to seggy.tv/Thor's Eddie, Thor vs. Eddie. Just try it in a number of different browsers is my best recommendation to you guys. Now, the next question I'm going to ask, thank you for the super chat, though, brother. Best of luck getting that stream up. Now that we know 58% of you want Eddie to win, Who do you think will win? Okay, now this one, answer honestly. Don't answer it with your heart. Answer this with your head. Who do you think will win? 58. We know that 58% of you want Eddie to win, but who do you think will win? As you can see, Big Laws now on the screen. They're about to get things underway, it seems. We're about to hear from the official announcer there. Now, the who do you think will win straight away? Thor coming in at 52%. So, despite 58% of people wanting Eddie to win, it does appear that, it's right on 50-50 now. After 336 votes, we have a 50-50 split on the Eddie Thor. Interesting one. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing if that is the case. Oh, Eddie edging ahead with 51%. As we saw earlier, guys, if you weren't here when we did the polls earlier, we saw that 82% of people believed that Eddie Hall was the harder puncher. We saw 60% of people believe that Thor had the better aerobic capacity. We saw 77% of people think that Thor was the better technical boxer. We saw 80. No, what was it? The next one. We saw 72% of you believe that Eddie will win round number 1. But 51% of you ultimately think that Eddie will win this. But this is right down to the wire. 51%. As guys, we got 950 people in here. My name's Ryan Bluebird. I'm thrilled to be here with you guys. I'm going to enjoy this fight as one shot key comes in with a $2 super chat. It says, I put $3,000 on Eddie. Oh my goodness. One shot key with $2 super chat after a $3,000 bet. Brother, I wish you all the best. You will be one nervous man in here. This $3,000 bet is brave. Oh, listen, all right, we got the ringsiders starting now. Let's have a listen, quick listen, see what they've got to say.
Eddie Hall and Hathor Bjornssen will finally lay their rivalry to rest.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Commentators, former British, European and world champion strongman Big Loss and former world champion boxer Barry Jones. Welcome.
So we got Barry Jones, the former world champion boxer himself, and Big Loz commentating this event, and the ringside announcer from Core Sports. I don't know who she is, but yeah, okay. That is some dress. I can see Zebedee Kawhi, one of the pay-per-view members, says that's some dress. Yeah, it is. It's bolted on. There's a few things bolted on there, it would seem. Plastic presenter. Yeah. Let's go, Thor, says Tyler Durden. Tell Thor's mum to shut up, says JB and Integra. That's another one. Will we see antics in the ring? Will Eddie get in Thor's ear in the fight? Will Eddie Hall get in Thor's ear in the fight? Will he be whispering in his ear? Will he be telling him the whole time? Will he be doing that trash talk thing? I feel like Eddie wants to. I feel like Eddie is going to constantly, if he can get under the skin of Thor, like he did at the press conference. If Eddie can literally, before the fight starts, start baiting him, start. You want me to turn things down? Okay, I've turned it down. I do apologize. So 75% of you guys think that Eddie is going to get into the ear during the fight itself. Now, I think that is going to be a critical thing if he does get into the ear and get under the skin of Thor, like we saw at the press conference when Eddie mentioned to tell Thor to shut his mum up. That was a real moment. You could hear her. Yeah, her voice was pretty savage as she was screaming out whatever she was screaming out. And when Eddie said that, Thor got really genuinely reactive and emotional. It's funny because if that does happen, will Thor be able to maintain composure? Will he be able to continue to box? Will he have the discipline to box? Or will he get that emotional? I think that Eddie would like him to become emotional because it becomes more of a scrap. It becomes more of just a raw, nasty boxing match, and which suits Eddie. The harder hitting Eddie, the man with more intent, he's got that genuineness about him where he just wants to kill. He just wants to absolutely do what needs to be done. I do think that Eddie is, in that respect, got the edge. He's got the edge there. And 74% of you think that he's going to try to do it in the actual fight itself. I agree. Will he bite the ear off, says JB and Takarua. Yeah, you never know. You never know. As soon as Eddie lands one punch, it's over. In capitals from Michael Hathaway. And I like that comment. And it's gonna lead me to another question. Okay. We know Eddie has one punch knockout potential. Can Thor take multiple clean rights from Eddie? Okay. How many rights does it take for Eddie to knock Thor out? If Eddie's landing directly, does Thor just drop in the first time that Eddie lands a right, an overhand right? If an overhand right lands, is it over? Is it that simple? 68% of you say no, that Thor won't be able to take it. So a lot of people are thinking that one punch from Eddie is where it ends the match. Eddie is someone that is looking for that knockout. He's looking for that decisive finish. And 62% think that Thor is vulnerable to the single punch, that one punch will get it done. It will be interesting to see if that is the case. 38% of you guys think that he can take multiple. I don't know. A clean overhead right from Eddie, I think, will be savage. But the thing is, Eddie is going to gas. Eddie is going to gas. And now that'll lead me to the next question. All right. Next question I got as we go back to ads now is, okay, I want to know by round 2. I'm going to say by round 3. By round 3, how gassed is Eddie? So I'm going to say he's 80% of himself. Where's the damn button? 80%. So this is the percentage options that I'm about to give you guys is relative to his full capacity. So he's 60% of himself. He's 50% of himself. Or he's 30% of himself. Okay, how gassed is Eddie going to get by round 3, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so by round 3, if Eddie's been throwing punches hard, Eddie's been coming out of the gates, and he's been trying to knock Thor out, but he hasn't done it successfully yet. By round 3, what percentage of himself is he now? Is he 80% of himself, 60%, 50%, or 30% of himself? Okay, fairly even spread here. 38% of you guys have got faith in Eddie Hall that he's going to still be 80% of himself. If he's 80% of himself by round 3, he's still got a fairly savage knockout power. Okay, 25% of you guys think that he is going to be only 60% of himself. 20% think he's going to be 50% of himself, and 16% say he will be 30% of himself. Interesting. Now we're going to ask, okay, so remember those 30. Oh, we've got a super chat comes in from Sinkataz. Keep up the amazing work, Ryan. You deserve the best. I'm happy to support you in any way possible. Thank you, Sinkats. You're the man. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm just grateful to be here chatting away with 800 of you legends as we watch the heaviest boxing match in history. So, guys, by round 3, how gassed is Eddie? 38% say 80%, 26% say 60%, 20 say 50, and 16 say 30. Interesting. Now I'm going to ask the same one for Thor, and we're going to compare 80, 60, 50, 30. I just got to remember those numbers. All right. How gassed will Thor be by round 3? 80%, 60%, 50%, and 30%. Okay, so let's see what you guys think the fatigue factor is going to be on Thor for the same period of time. Imagine it's round 3. No one has achieved the knockout yet. How gassed or what percentage of himself is Thor going to be? at this time. 38% of you guys believe that Eddie. Okay, more interesting. So look at that. Interestingly, the biggest one is the 50%. So more of you guys think that Thor is going to be fatigued. There is a more significant fatigue factor there on Thor. Fascinating stuff. I love it, guys. Now, guys, keep voting in the polls. We're going to vote. I'm going to ask you guys the polls as we're watching this live unfold. I'm going to ask you guys on many occasions, particularly who won round one, who won round two. Was it an early stoppage? Did the referee cheat? Whatever. I'm going to be asking you guys polls all night, so make sure you guys are voting in the polls. But real interesting spread there on that. How gassed will Thor be by round three? You can see that 80% or 29% of people voted that he will be 80% of himself. So he'll have a fatigue factor there of 80%, 29 at 60, 25 at 50, and 17 at 30. Very even spread. Fascinating stuff. No, Eunice Saglam, I'm not going to be sharing the screen on this one. Guys, head to segi.tv/Thor vs. Eddie. If you want to see it, it is live and free. You just got to get the web browser to work. And in that poll right there. Now, I got another question for you. Who is going to walk out first? Who will walk out first? Eddie? Oh, this is a big question. This one is a question that it means a lot. It means a lot. The man who walks out first sucks. The man who walks out first will be pissed off that he had to walk out first. The man who walks out second, we all know, is the champ. The man who walks out second is the man that has the prestige. He has the reputation. He has the people. He has the right to be the last man into the ring. So people think 52% of you guys, it's right on 50-50 now. Now, this is going to be a debate. I don't know. There's no way. I can imagine Eddie Hall saying, fuck off, Thor. There's no way I'm walking out first. I can imagine him saying that. I can imagine him saying it, but Eddie Hall will not want to walk out first. But he may have to. If we talk about who's got seniority in the ring, who's the better boxer, then we know Thor is that. 77% of you agree that Thor's the better technical boxer. He's been on the stage 3 times where Eddie hasn't yet been on the stage at all. So Thor has some degree of credibility, but I don't know. Maybe it comes down to money. Who's got more money? Who's got more skin in the game in this one? Maybe that person gets to walk out second. And I don't know. I think they said Eddie's net worth is £4 million, where they said Thor's is £1.5 million. So Eddie might have more skin in the game. I don't know. Eddie might. I feel like Eddie might. All I know is that both these guys want to come out second. No one wants to walk out first. But as we end this poll, 51% of you guys think that Eddie is coming out first. And I had, if I'm going to say it, I'm going to guess Eddie as well. Even though it'll piss him off, I believe Eddie will be the first one out of the gates. As they're showing some promos now, the hype reels are started. So I think at the end of these hype reels right now, they're showing the story right now of Eddie and Thor. I suspect it will be time for the actual walkouts, and we'll see what's going to go on. 6 rounds is how many rounds they're going to be fighting. Yeah, I apologize for everybody who can't see it. Keep refreshing segi.tv/Thor versus Eddie. Try it in different browsers. Try it in Chrome. Try it in everything else. Try it in your mobile. I won't be sharing the screen. I do apologize. If I were to do that, I'd be getting a knock on the door from Thor and Eddie himself, I am sure. Segi.tv have no doubt paid big money to have the rights to this one, and they're doing it live and free, so let's keep it there. But anyway, I do apologize for those on behalf of people who can't get the stream up. Hopefully it will work. JB and Takura from New Zealand comes in with a $2 super chat. Says Ryan is the arm king of Aussie Thor's mum. Get wrecked. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm just sad I'm not there. I was meant to be there. King of the Table 3 is only a week or so away. I was going to be in Dubai right now to watch this. Oh well. But yeah, people say refresh the stream if it doesn't work. For me, it's working, so I'm going to just keep that going. All right, guys. So what other questions can we ask Oh, look at this. I'm seeing a whole bunch of people saying it's crashing. Oh, mine's still going, so I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. All right, I'm going to ask you guys a few more polls as we get closer to the bell on this one. Was Thor's 501 kilos legit? Ask this one. This is one of the points of contention. This is one of the things that Eddie Hall is pissed off about. Was Thor's 501 kilo deadlift legit? Yes or no? Would you accept it? If you are in the world of strongman, would you accept it? 57% straight off the bat saying yes, 43% saying no. We know that I heard this in the press conference. Eddie Hall was still pissed off about that. He said it was his dad who weighed the plates. He said that the referee was bullied into being there. He was told that sponsors would pull out of World's Strongest Man if he didn't attend it. Lots of controversy. If anything is for certain, Thor made that lift look comfortable. He did make it look comfortable, but the world record should be in competition is a popular opinion amongst a lot of athletes. And Eddie Hall, of course, did that in competition himself. He didn't get to roll out of bed, do it under his time, under his conditions. He had to do it in the heat of competition. So he did when he lifted that 500 kilos, of course. So 54% of you saying, yes, it was legit. Obviously, one of the big points of contention that has got under the skin of Eddie Hall. It's one of the reasons why he wants to knock the head off, clean off Hathor Bjornssen. He really does. He really does. Now, the other question that has pissed off Eddie Hall, as we end this poll here. Thank you for voting in that one, guys. We'll ask you another question. Was the 2017 did Thor undermine the 2017 World's Strongest Man? All right. Another $2 super chat from JB and Takura says Eddie Hall versus Thor arm wrestling. Who wins? Oh, if it's an arm wrestling match, I'm going to go Eddie. I think that Eddie would take it over Thor. I don't think Thor knows how to arm wrestle particularly well. Not that I think Eddie knows how to arm wrestle, but I know that the fact that Eddie is just closer to the arm wrestling world, being good buddies with Neil Pickup, I think that is going to be lending itself to Eddie having the the better chance. The long arm of Thor, he would be technically out of water. He wouldn't know what to do with it. And he'd get pulled down real low and he'd be in trouble or just go into the hook. And I think that Eddie would take it. But anyway, looking at the most recent poll, you guys have voted now. Did Thor undermine the 2017 World's Strongest Man? 72% of you say yes. And that, my friends, is the number one reason why Eddie Hall wants to kill Thor. Wants to absolutely murder him is because he does believe that was undermined. He does believe that the words that were said from Thor post-event discredited the win. He never shook his hand and congratulated him, told him that well done. Never simply did that. It was the Viking press, the controversy about the Viking press. Okay, there was lots in it. Hathor Bjornssen was not happy, and he made it known. He made it known that he was not happy. And Eddie, as the winner that day, never got given the credit from his number one rival, Hathor Bjornssen, at that one. And and Eddie won that day. Thor, of course, winning in 2018, the year after. That, of course, being used by Eddie Hall in the press conference. Eddie Hall said that the only reason Hathor won the 2018 World's Strongest Man was because Eddie did not compete in it. People asking me if the stream is working. Yes, the stream is currently working for me. It says I'm live with a 12-second delay. At the moment, I've got Viking ads on. So it's still running for me. I do hope that everyone gets the stream up and running. It's going to be frustrating, I know, if we don't get to see it, but it was working for me, so I dare not touch it. But guys, just head to segi.tv/Thor vs Eddie. We are half an hour now past the scheduled start time. I think the match is going to be on any moment now. As we end this poll here, 71% of you guys thinking that Thor did undermine Eddie in the world's strongest man. Interesting stuff. Oh, all right. Oh, did you guys hear that neck crack there? Guys, I'm going to ask you all to hit the like button for me. We've got 852 of you in here with 541 likes at the moment. Let's see if we can get that up to parity. Let's see if we can get 800 or more thumbs ups on this one. This helps spread the word as we cross now back to the arena. You can see the blue lights of the arena. A few more people in there now. The lights on the ring. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got action. The ring announcer is now stepping up and making... Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the fight is about to start. Let's see if we were right on who was going to walk out first. 51% of you said that Eddie Hall would work out first. All right, the heaviest boxing match in the history of the sport, some 600 pounds between the two of them. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Eddie Hall versus Thor. Hathor Bjornssen is about to happen. The nervous energy of these athletes would be real right now. And you can just imagine how terrified. I'm getting butterflies just thinking about it. I reckon right now Thor he'd be trying to remain composed. He'd just be trying to think about his game plan, think about what he needs to do. He wants to execute. He wants to be a boxer. He wants to be the better technician going into this fight. He's just thinking, remain calm. He's trying to block out the energy of Eddie Hall. He's trying to block out that killer instinct that Eddie Hall has. Thor just wants to box. Eddie Hall, on the other hand, he wants to. Oh, it looks like Eddie Hall is going to be the first man out. We've got the Eddie Hall video promo on now. Ladies and but it could be Thor as well. It's just changed back between the two. I still don't know who's walking out first, but we are moments away from finding out. As for right now, Eddie Hall, he would be living in that energy of, I just want to kill him. Just let me out. Eddie Hall would be buzzing with energy right now. This is 2 years in the making. This is the opportunity he has to absolutely redeem himself. He says he doesn't need an apology from Thor. He will take knocking him out as his apology. He just wants to see him lying on the canvas. He wants the medieval style trial by combat here on to determine who was morally right in the 2017 war. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who is it going to be? We are about to see them emerge from the dark corridor, the triangle, the laser lights, the smoke. It is about to be. Let's see it. Who's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? 51% of you thought it was going to be Eddie. Here we go. And it is Thor, the Mountain. He's just been announced as from Game of Thrones. Of course, we all remember the Mountain. It looks like Thor Bjornssen will be the first man out. That straight away is a victory to Eddie Hall already. Eddie Hall gaining the very coveted second man to walk out. That straight away paints him as the favorite. That paints him as the champion. That paints him as the big dog in the room. And Thor Bjornssen having to do this walk all by himself. He's got the head down. He's got the sparkle on it. And there goes the heads up. He's trying to win the people over. He's got the right hand up as he looks around to the crowd. Now boxing towards the cameras. Thor bouncing around on the toes. You can see what his intent is here. He wants this match to be a boxing match. He doesn't want it to be a slugfest. He wants it to be technical. He wants it to be a better boxer. He wants to, you can see it again, lots of different combinations as he's throwing these as he walks out. He's trying to demonstrate to the crowd exactly what he's there to do. He's a professional. He understands boxing better than Eddie Hall, and he wants to take this match into that technical arena. He's not about a slugfest. But you watch the attitude of Eddie Hall. It'll be very interesting to see. Thor, the theatrics of Thor here, he's getting a bit confused where he's going. He's taking the wrong turn. He's doing a Joe Biden. He's walking the wrong way. But Thor, he is about to enter the ring now. You can see him still saluting the crowd. I think he's trying to win the crowd. I don't know that he has the crowd. I honestly don't know that he has the crowd. His antics there, he looks like he's trying to be the showman. Honestly, I think that he should just be focused. If I'm Thor, I think he should just stick to being focused. I think that he just needs to. Okay, asking you guys a poll. Did Thor's walkout impress you? Did it impress you, ladies and gentlemen? Did Thor's walkout impress you? Let me know if you think that was a good walkout. Did he convince you that he's going to get done what he believes he will do? Thor's walkout. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let you guys vote. I don't want to influence it too much, but did Thor's walkout impress you? 69% of you, there we go, say no. And I agree. It wasn't a walkout that exuded confidence. It wasn't a walkout that was saying, oh, yeah, I got this. He looked like he was trying to be the showman. He looked like he was trying to almost win over a crowd. He didn't. It looks like to me he doesn't trust that he has his confidence. He doesn't trust that he has the crowd. Then here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Hall, 72% of you guys conclude that vote. Let's see how Eddie Hall walks out. This will be, I think, a very different energy. You can see look straight away, the casual nodding. He is confident. A very different style of walkout. You can see Eddie Hall looking a very different athlete as he walks out. He's singing away. He's singing away to his walkout song. He's got that casual hip-hop beat going as well. Eddie Hall, you can see there, a very different energy. He's walking slow. Oh, there we go. He's sped up. He's chewing the gum. He's got much more intent in his eye. Not boxing at all. He's not shadow boxing in any way or form. And he's walked straight to the ring. No mucking around. Did Eddie's walk out impress? Yes or no? Let me know, guys. Were you impressed by Eddie's walkout? Let's see. 72% of you guys weren't impressed with Thor's workout. What percentage of you guys were impressed with Eddie's? For me, it was slightly better than Thor's, and you can see them standing over each other now. You can see Eddie Hall staring at the eyes. So 65% of you say no, you weren't impressed by Eddie's walkout either. So as a collective, neither of these guys impressing. It's balancing out. 47% were impressed. Okay, so a much bigger percentage of you guys watching were impressed with the walkout of Eddie Hall as the referee's now introducing himself to Eddie. Interesting stuff there. One thing's for certain is that Eddie had a very different style about his walkout. Calm and confident. You can see as they came together. If you saw it, they looked each other directly in the eye. Or Eddie looked Thor directly in the eye. Thor looked directly over the top of Eddie as though he wasn't there. Interesting one. As we can see now, the tail of the tape, the record for both these guys. This is 0-0-0 in their professional record. Thor 33, Eddie 34. Height 6'9" versus 6'3". Weight 335 pounds versus 313 pounds. And an 80 centimeter reach on both of them. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. There's an Eddie Hall chant going around the arena there in Dubai. Hathor Bjornssen wouldn't like that. Like he said, he was trying to win the crowd over. But here we go. The stream not working for those people. I do apologize for you guys. Head to segi.tv/Thor versus Eddie. And you can see Eddie Hall with his good mate, Bazza, his name on the back of his shorts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ring announcer doing his thing. Whoa, I got the nervous energy. Genuinely nervous. Okay, Eddie's kids are there. Eddie's family's there. No doubt Thor's family's there as well. It's 1 a.m. local time in Dubai right now. These guys, 2 years in the making, the heaviest boxing match in the history of boxing. This will be an interesting fight. Eddie Hall, the slugger, he just wants to end it. He's going to hit harder. He's going to come out with more aggression. And Thor, Bjornssen, more of the boxer of the two, more of the technical athlete. He doesn't possess the same knockout power, but oh my goodness, this fight is about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Hall, look for the overhand rights from him. Look for the knockout power. Who's got the bigger chin? I think Eddie Hall's neck has got to be thicker. You'd think that he would be able to accumulate more work and more damage and still be standing. The chin of Thor is looking skinnier these days, despite him being 150 kilos. You have to say that Thor Bjornsson's chin does look a little softer. We've never seen it tested, but ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out who out of these two former world's strongest men is the better boxer. I'm genuinely nervous. My heart is pounding. Like, I'm watching guys on segi.tv/Thor versus Eddie. It is live and free right now. Just head to that website, segi.tv /Thor versus Eddie. All right. The ring girls doing their thing, walking around. Here we go. Okay. I got to compose myself. All right. Eddie's got a cheeky grin on his face. He's smiling and laughing. He's showing the mouth guard now. Thor, very serious. He's got that snarl on his face that he does. Eddie Hall, you can see he's excited. He's having fun. He's almost laughing. He's changing stance. Here we go. He's got the right foot forward. Eddie's gone southpaw. And the boxing match has started straight away. Eddie is talking a lot. Oh, big lefts thrown from Thor. Eddie ducking and weaving, leaving his hands down. He's mocking Thor. There's that overhand right straight away. Landing. Good one landing there. Big right landing there on the chin of Thor. But looking rock solid so far. Eddie Hall ducking, weaving. Both these guys, you can see the emotion. They're both throwing heavier punches than you would expect. Thor looking a little bit jittery. Thor coming forward with more jabs, but Eddie ducking and weaving and leading with right jabs, right overhands. Interesting stuff. Super casual. You can see Eddie's in the mode where he's trying to conserve. He's recognizing that he needs to relax. Oh, and he feigns with the left and then really throws with the right. But a great jab combination there from from Thor, but not quite landing. The parry on point so far from Eddie Hall. You can see that initial time has been absorbed now. The excitement of the first minute is underway. Oh, there's that overhand right. It lands on the chin, and Thor goes staggering back, not looking to stars, just losing a bit of balance there, but a definite right landed on the side of the head from Eddie Hall to Thor Bjornssen. You can see Thor now walking backwards, ready to defend with his jab. That big right overhand from Eddie Hall swings but misses once again. These will be costly misses. All this will be adding up. The aerobic capacity of both these guys is going to be critical. Eddie Hall, Thor Bjornssen now feeling this round out. We're about halfway through this round. We can see blood over the eye of Eddie Hall already. He has already been opened up. We've got those jabs obviously taking effect there. And you can see the snarl there on Thor as he's starting to get a bit of control now. Thor with that jab, Eddie Hall walking forward with that left paw up there, ready to swipe those jabs away and looking for the parries. But Eddie Hall leaving that right arm down by his side, ready to launch the big overhand. He wants that one punch knockout. But right now, there's the big punch again, but again, missing from Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall, you can still, I feel like he's starting to worry about getting through the fatigue already of the round with 38 seconds left on the clock. Thor's chin has stood the test of time so far. It's already been hit a couple of times by solid punches. But right now, Eddie Hall looking like he's already starting to take a bit of a breather. He doesn't think he's going to get the knockout here. You can see the strategy. Oh, great combination. The reach of Thor and the better boxing ability from Thor, landing good punches and backpedaling now from Eddie Hall. But once again, Eddie Hall coming forward. Thor looking for the counterpunch. Thor, the more efficient of the two boxers. 7 seconds left in the round. Will we end with a flurry? 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Eddie Hall considering coming forward. One more punch thrown from each of them. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Round one. Interesting round. Of course, the poll comes in. Who wins round one? Wow, interesting stuff. All right, who for you won round one? There, the question is live, guys. Now, Thor looked the better boxer, and he's opened up Eddie already. There is a cut to the right eyebrow of Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall did land punches early. He did land a couple of heavy rights, but 81% of you are voting, saying that Thor won that round. You can see there as they replay the land from Eddie Hall, where he did land a solid right, overhand right on Thor. But you can see those jab combinations, that jab right, that triple combination from Thor did look good. And you can see big swings from Eddie Hall. No doubt the lungs, you can see towards the end of the round, the lungs were already starting to concern Eddie. He was already at the point where he was starting to worry about how he was going to land. He couldn't get close enough to Thor towards the end of that round, and he wasn't able. So round number two, number one, is 76% of you vote. Oh, and there's the knock straight off. We have a knockdown of Thor. He's stayed on his feet, but he's landed on the ropes. The big right from Eddie. I have to see it again, but It's a technical knockdown, so Thor being given the count right now. He will be fine in that count. They will restart, but the first punch of round 2 from Eddie Hall coming out casual again, but Eddie Hall landing a huge right in that first one, sending Thor rocking back as Eddie Hall casually, again, Thor now coming forward, looking for that combination. I do believe the reach of Thor is greater, even though they said it was the same. Eddie Hall casually coming forward. He wants to land that right. He's aiming for the chest now. He's going for the body shots now. He's trying to get some work into Thor. There's the big overhand right. Thor is dodging these, keeping him at bay nicely. But right now, if Eddie Hall is just, again, looking for the one punch, the cumulative punches are coming from Thor. He's much more consistent with his jab. His footwork is better. He's lighter on his feet. Eddie Hall edging forward, slowly, looking for the opportunity. He wants to counter. Every time Thor throws the jab, Eddie is trying to land the right overhand. Eddie's trying to get closer at the moment. He's more of a side-on stance. He's trying to get closer whilst keeping his head further at bay, looking for that big right again. But Thor, once again, looking like the better boxer, but the technical knockdown from Eddie will give him points there. Another big right attempt from Eddie, but no landing. Eddie now turning very side-on, trying to extend the length of his arm. You can see the feeling of Eddie. Once again, big swings. Oh, he gets a jab through onto the chin of Thor. Thor will land that one, but Thor yet to really score any major points in this round. 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining. Eddie just constantly walking forward. The jabs of Thor, feeling it out. Both these guys respecting the fatigue levels, I feel right now. Both of these guys recognizing that they're feeling the burn in the lungs. Big rights being thrown by Eddie. That blood coming out of the right eyebrow is there once again on Eddie. A lot of missed rights, and here comes Thor with his retaliation now. Oh, there's another knockdown. Thor has hit the canvas once again. You can see Thor actually move forward. He was looking for his own aggression, but once again, as soon as Thor gets close to Eddie, there was the knockdown from Eddie Hall, and Thor is back on his feet, and they're continuing. Again, 23 seconds to go. That's 2 technical knockdowns from Eddie Hall in this round. He has to have said, even though he didn't land a lot of punches, you have to say technically Eddie is winning this round as 12 seconds remains now. Thor conserving energy. You can see he still looks like the better boxer. There we go. Round 2, ladies and gentlemen, is done. Poll incoming. Who wins round 2? Who won round 2? Eddie. Oh, all right, let me know your opinions, guys. The poll is out there now. You can see the knockdown as Eddie is struggling to get close. But when he does get close, okay, the knockdown was more of a trip. That second one, Eddie really ducked under the punches of Thor, and it was the body inertia from Eddie. So the referee not counting it as an official knockdown, where the first one was, it was more of a just a push. Not really a push, but it was just a knock. Eddie won that one. I do agree. Eddie Hall, 79% of you guys saying Eddie Hall wins that round. We're going into round 3 now. Both these guys looking fatigued. The blood on the right eyebrow of Eddie. The lungs are going to come into it. Both these guys respectfully looking fatigued. Eddie's still looking more casual, looking for that one knockout punch. The cumulative, more jabs coming straight out of the bat from Thor this time. High frequency of jabs coming right now. You can see as Eddie Hall is attempting to parry those jabs away. But the frequency of the jabs from Thor at the moment, very high. Expect him to start to throw some crosses as well. He's going to look for that accumulative knockout potential. Eddie Hall standing very side on, parrying with the left. He hasn't thrown a right yet. He's conserving this time. His corners obviously told him to wait a little more and make sure that he gets that one landed and make sure it counts. Eddie Hall ducking, standing side on, hasn't yet thrown a big right. There's the first right, and he does land it this time to the body. Oh, and there's a nice jab. Gets through onto the chin of Thor. Eddie Hall throwing far less punches this round, but more effective ones so far. The jabs have been increased in frequency from Thor Bjornssen as that look at that face of Thor Bjornssen. He's got that gnarly face on that snarl going once again. Eddie Hall standing very side on, respecting that he's not as good a boxer as Thor. Thor much more conventional in his shape. And there's the big cross The right jab from Thor. He looks for the cross on the left, and good body shot there. Hits Eddie Hall in the shoulder, but Eddie Hall takes it well and starts moving back. The lungs, no doubt, burning, but Eddie Hall expect a flurry from here. He changes. Eddie has copped one right clean flush on the jaw. He absolutely copped a left cross from Thor, clean on the jaw, but he stands there and Thor gave him the nod saying, how'd you like that one? It happened as Eddie changed stance. He went from left foot forward to right foot forward, and during the transition, absolutely wore one. Clean. The best hit of the night from Thor, landing on the jaw of Eddie. Eddie Hall, he took it well, but it would have added up. You can see Thor has come to life a little bit. He's got that spark in him again. He felt that connection. He knows that Eddie would be feeling it, and here it is. Thor coming forward now. 51 seconds remaining in round number 3. Eddie's still looking for the knockout, throwing that big right. And here comes Thor. He's starting to press forward himself now with the combinations. Thor looking the better boxer right now. Eddie, once again, just parrying with that left and looking for the right cross. Eddie wiping the blood out of his eye now. You can see the blood starting to creep down his face. Eddie Hall not looking good in the points department for this round. So far, Thor on top. Eddie Hall, Thor Bjornssen, 20 seconds left in round 3, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Will there be a flurry finish? Thor with the energy. If it's going to come from anyone, it's going to come from him. He's looking, ducking is Eddie Hall. We see a big right, but Thor looking good in control here. Good. Oh, and Eddie Hall has been knocked down. He has been knocked down. Can he stand up? 3 seconds to go on the clock. Is a clean knockout there, but he is back up. He's getting the count. He's getting the count from the referee. Is he good? Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Thor has knocked down Eddie Hall here. Let's see. Hopefully the referees let this one go on to the round. Hopefully Eddie makes it through. But that was, ladies and gentlemen, a very solid knockout there. Punch from Eddie Hall hitting the canvas. Let's see the replay. We can hopefully get it. But Thor, here it comes. Thor with only 5 seconds left in the round. The big right. Oh, it's clean on the jaw. And Eddie properly hits the canvas. Absolutely down. And wow, hopefully we are into round 4. It looks like we will be going to round 4. I don't think I need to ask you guys the questions. That we're all going to know this one, but I will. And I'm going to change the question. Clearly, Thor won this one. Can Eddie survive round 4? Can Eddie survive round 4 is the question, ladies and gentlemen. We know that Thor just won that one. Can Eddie survive this round? Yes or no? Eddie is looking in trouble. He's looking gassed. He wore 2 very clean hits to the jaw in round number 3. As round number 4 now gets underway, and it is the better boxing technique once again from Thor, coming out heavy with the jabs. 56% of you guys think no, Eddie can't survive this round. 44% say he will. Right now, it is Thor's match. 2 rounds to 1 with both of them having achieved knockdown, but Thor with the most decisive and most recent of the knockdowns. He is the man with the better energy right now. Eddie Hall coming forward, just narrowly avoiding another big left cross. That would have been another knockdown had he have landed that one. It was very close. Eddie Hall getting desperate now. He needs to find that silver bullet. And oh my goodness, he's only just dodging. Oh, massive right jab landing clean on Eddie. Eddie Hall is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Thor is starting to take control. The jabs are getting through the defense of Eddie Hall now, and they are looking dangerous. If a left cross lands from Thor, it is going to be good night. We have 2 minutes left in this round number 4. Thor trying to stay composed, trying to keep his energy moving forward, but as he throws the right, you can see him leaning back. There's no venom now in the punches of Eddie Hall. He's trying to convince himself to continue his strategy of moving forward and throwing the right. The overhand right is his only weapon. Thor, with that right jab, is keeping him at bay, and that left cross is looking more and more dangerous. Of course, there still is the knockout power of Eddie Hall. If it lands, Thor needs to be calculated to make sure that he doesn't go crazy in this. But here it is, Thor Bjornssen moving forward constantly now. Eddie ducking, Eddie weaving, Eddie taunting, but Thor in control. You can see the fear is in Eddie now. He's starting to go into survival mode a little more. Much less offenses. 1 minute and 11 seconds remains in this round number 4. Thor Bjornssen in control, leading 2-1 in the rounds for sure. with the multiple knockouts. Oh, another big left cross, but it misses. Just glancing blow. Eddie Hall survives. But there's been at least 3 or 4 of those massive left crosses now that have almost landed, that would end Eddie Hall almost certainly if it was to land. Eddie Hall on the retreat. He's defending. He's sucking in the big ones. He's trying to get himself an opportunity to land a big right cross. And there is a knockdown almost. He bounces off the ropes. Eddie Hall's looking wobbly. Oh, the massive 1-2 crosses coming in from Thor, but Eddie Hall somehow manages to dodge it. You can see the follow through of the punches from Thor is convincing. It's going way past Eddie's head, where Eddie is barely getting any depth to his punches right now. Eddie Hall is in trouble. 20 seconds remaining in the round. Thor will look for the knockout in the next 18 seconds. The tiredness of Eddie. Eddie does land one right there, but it doesn't show any effect on Thor. Thor coming forward now. 9 seconds remaining. Thor. Eddie Hall, here we go. End of round 4. Eddie Hall still dodging. 3 seconds of blood pouring out of Eddie right now. And there is the bell. Eddie survives round number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, who wins that round? Who won round 4 is the question. Who won round 4? Eddie, Thor. Oh, all I can say from that round is there looked like there were so many rounds where it was dangerous for Eddie. He almost got knocked down. He bounced off the ropes. He was light on his feet. You have to say that Thor won that round, surely. As round 5 comes out, only 2 rounds. 91% of you say Thor won that round. And I agree. Right now, it is 3 rounds to 1 to Thor. It is very difficult for Eddie to win in this round. If we're going to win on points, he has to win very convincingly these next rounds. The last hope now is for Eddie Hall to land the knockout punch. Can Eddie find a knockout punch? I don't know if it's going to happen. Round number 5. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Hall. We continue the same way. It's that sideways stance of Eddie as he tries to create space and distance between him and Thor. Thor with that high frequency right jab. He's keeping Eddie nervous. He's keeping Eddie at bay. Watch for the big cross from Thor. If that cross lands clean, it is over. Right now, Eddie's just looking for that one chance. Huge right thrown from Eddie, but massive air swing. Thor sees it coming a long way, and there's a good distance. Eddie swaps stance again. The shoulders must be burning. He's gone to the right foot forward now. He's gone to that he doesn't fight well when he's into that southpaw position. Eddie Hall tried to jab now with the right, but look at the crosses from Thor. Once again, looking the better boxer, looking much more controlled, keeping the chin of Eddie Hall under threat constantly. Hathor Bjornssen will knock Eddie Hall out if one of these left crosses land. Eddie Hall has managed to dodge at the last moment so many of these crosses. Eddie Hall leaning backwards as he dodges each of those. And then he comes forward, cops another jab square in the nose. Eddie Hall will be feeling all of these add up. 1 minute 46 to remaining in the round. Jabs landing now. Eddie Hall in trouble. Thor looking for the kill. He wants the knockout. It's on the cusp. Eddie Hall in trouble, throwing single punches, and there's another great combination. Not landing clean, but somewhat landing. They will add up against Eddie Hall. Thor smelling blood in the water. He wants this as a knockout. He doesn't want it to go 6 rounds. This is round 5 of 6, 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Thor landing another jab. Eddie Hall in trouble. Big cross from both of them, simultaneously landing, but neither one of them connecting well. Jabs again from Thor, landing on the chin of Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall now, again, pressing forward, looking for that opportunity. He's gone with a southpaw stance where he does that right jab. He's just a right arm boxer. Is Eddie Hall this stage? There's not much coming from his left hand in any way. He goes southpaw and jabs, and then he goes traditional stance and starts trying to do that overhand right. Eddie Hall in trouble. The better boxer, Thor, Hathor Bjornssen, is in control. 44 seconds remaining in round number 5. Eddie Hall, they're still trying to get that single overhand right to land, but the jabs of Thor are adding up continuously. One cross from Thor landing on the chin from Eddie will end this fight. I'm convinced of it. Eddie Hall looking wobbly the whole time. He's looking unconvinced in his own ability to land these punches as 20 seconds remains now in round number 5. Eddie Hall, Thor Bjornssen. Here we go. Thor adding up those jabs again. A big right from Eddie, but not landing successfully, hitting on the inside of the arm of Thor. Another right, both simultaneously landing. Another jab from Thor, landing. Oh, good punch there from Eddie, but not landing clean enough to really affect and there is round number 5. Who takes round 5? 1 round left. Okay, who took round number 5? The question is up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know who took round number 5. You can see there's the replay. I think Eddie did better in round 5 than he did in round 4, but for me, I award that one to Thor. Thor's body energy is better. Eddie is on the ropes. He's struggling. 94% of people say Thor. I agree. Look, this is 4 rounds to 1 currently for Eddie. This is the final round. You can see the blood pouring out of the eyebrow of Eddie Hall that was split in the first 30 seconds of round number 1. Thor still clean. He has no blood anywhere on his face. He's breathing a lot better as we go into round number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final round. Thor is going to want the knockout here. Eddie's going to want the knockout here. If we're going to see a knockout, this is where it's going to happen. Both guys tied. Thor looking very much on top. He can't really lose. Will Thor just win this one on points, box it out, or will he try to make a point and end it here for Eddie Hall? We know that Eddie Hall is going to try hard to get this knockout, but right now the match is already won by Hathor Bjornssen. He just needs to ride this one out. Eddie Hall needs the knockout. Will we see Hathor just coast, or will we see Hathor really go for it? Big overhand rights from Eddie Hall. Again, not landing. The right jabs from Eddie Hall to the body. The blood now pouring out of the eyebrow of Eddie Hall once again. Hathor Bjornssen keeping him at bay, backpedaling slightly, and there's that 1-2 from Thor. It doesn't land completely clean. That time it does. The right jab from Thor. There it is. There's the knockout, ladies and gentlemen. But Eddie Hall bounces back to his feet. He's getting the standing 8 count. Ladies and gentlemen, Thor knocks down Eddie Hall once again. You can see the blood all over the face. Now he's trying to wipe it out of the eyes. The referee checking him. He says, you're good to go. Eddie Hall bounces back up. Thor looking for the finish, the decisive. He wants that full count. He wants to knock him down. We've seen, 3 knockdowns now from Thor, 2 knockdowns from Eddie. Great intensity here, but 2 minutes remaining in this fight. Thor wants to end it. He is clearly the better boxer of the two. Eddie Hall, very unconventional now. He's, like I said, it's like he's boxing with one arm only. He only has the right arm. The left arm is only there for parrying. The big wild swings from Eddie Hall are being read by Thor Bjornssen. And as Eddie tries to come forward, he needs that massive knockout. If he's to do anything, he needs to knock Thor out cold. He's got 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining to do it. Thor is in control and he's absolutely outboxing Eddie Hall right now. The aerobic, and there's a huge right. It lands and it rocks Thor, but he's still on his feet. Eddie Hall doing some damage there. You can see Thor now backpedaling. Eddie Hall needs that again. Thor returning to the jab, trying to keep Eddie at bay. Eddie edging closer. He needs that right to land once more. Eddie Hall showing that he is not out of this fight yet. He's still looking for the home run at the death. 57 seconds remaining. Thor now just boxing this one out, keeping Eddie at bay. He's almost looking for points. I don't think Thor wants to get this into a brawl. Big right from Eddie, but landing in the body now of Thor. 44 seconds remaining. Thor now in control, just circling around as he's boxing. Eddie Hall trying to edge closer, looking for the big knockout. Will it come? Will we see the knockout? Eddie Hall looking for the opportunity. Thor circling on retreat. 30 seconds remaining. Here comes Thor with a 1-2. And he comes forward. Eddie takes it well and he's back on the offensive once again. 23 seconds left. Big punches need to be thrown right now. Where is it? 18 seconds. It's got to happen if it's going to. Thor just keeping him at bay. Eddie loading up the right, but there's the big right. It lands, but it doesn't knock him down. And they stopped the match with 10 seconds to go. What happened? And there we go. You can see there's still a fair bit of tension between them emotionally. You can see that there was aggression there. They touched gloves, but there's still animosity there. Well, clearly we know who won, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly Thor Bjornssen has won that one, even if he lost the last round, which he may have, because Eddie, who won the last round? Let's just see. Who won round 6, in your opinion? All right, who won round 6 in your opinion, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. As they show some of the replays of the best moments in the match where Thor was completely in control. Definitely the better boxer of the two. 85% say Thor won that final round. Better shape, better form, better boxing from Bjornssen, with likely what is a 5 rounds to 1 victory. You can see them here. They're giving each other a hug as we. Why do we get an ad right now? Don't give us an ad right now. Segi.tv. Goodness me. This is the worst time to put a gay Viking ad on. Terrible time for the ad. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, no doubt the winner. Have you ever seen a boxing promotion put an ad on right now? That has got to be the worst timed ad in the history of boxing. It better come back soon. But ladies and gentlemen, we clearly have a winner. Hathor Bjornssen, your winner by points decision. My question to you is there a rematch? Is there still animosity? And are you interested in watching it? Most importantly, if it happens. I don't know if there will be. I don't know if there needs to be. It's clear to me that Thor is the better boxer. It's clear to me that Thor would win that match 99 times out of 100 based on their current skill levels. I do think there was a touch of animosity still there. You could see that Thor had a point to say. He did want to say something. You could see that Eddie had the look of a frustrated, defeated man. He didn't want to be in a position where he lost today. He wanted to have won. I can't believe we're watching ads. I'm sorry. I just can't believe we're watching ads right now and missing what is going on in the ring right now. This is it's doing my head in. We're watching ads of freaking Thor in a video game right now or whatever. It's telling us to unleash his freaking Viking beard struggle. Please stop with the ads. My goodness me. Anyway, 64% of you guys say no, there will not be a rematch. And I agree with you guys that there is no need for a rematch from this one. It looks to me like there was a decisive victory from Hathor Bjornssen, the better boxer, accumulating at least 5 of the 6 rounds in his favor. Absolutely dominating in terms of the style of arm wrestling. Style of boxing. Style of arm wrestling. In terms of the style of boxing that we saw much more classic, conventional, and well-executed boxing from Hathor Bjornssen. We saw Eddie Hall boxing as though he was essentially just a one-armed man. He was a right-arm boxer only. I still can't believe we're watching ads right now. This is a disgrace. We need to be back on. But Eddie Hall looked like a one-armed man. He was just he kept his left up by his chin the whole night and just tried to parry that. We didn't see a punch thrown from his left hand. I don't believe it was all right hand action. I'm just getting so pissed off. I can't believe that we're watching ads still. We're missing 2 minutes of post-conclusion matches. As Marcio M comes in with a $5 super chat, says, thanks, that was fun. Thank you, Marcio M. I appreciate the super chat, brother. It really does mean a lot to me, man. Thank you. Yeah, that was, hopefully we're back now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. No, come on. Why are we in the, we're in the ads again. Oh, Willie Wonka, thank you there, brother, saying the great stream. Oh, look, all right, we're finally back. I can't believe we missed it. We were back ringside now. Let's have a look now. Are they going to show us replays? Footage, please. All right, the official scorecard about to be released.
Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, the Mountain Hathor.
There we go. As we knew it would be, Hathor Bjornssen, and you can see him giving Eddie a hug there once again. Chatting between each other. Will Eddie Hall donate £1 million? That's the next question. Will donate the $1 million. Will Eddie Hall donate the £1 million? He did say it in the press conference that if he loses, he would. I don't know. You can see Eddie looking a little sad. He's not feeling it. He's frustrated, but he's completely outboxed by Thor. Thor, absolutely the better boxer on the day. And that was really what it came down to. It really came down to the fact that Thor was the better boxer. Yeah, and as Ronan Unleashed says, he says, I'm glad that boxing prevailed. Yes, boxing lives on as the superiority. As DCS Beamer comes in with a super chat 35 Zah says they should do a BKFC fight next, I reckon. Might be a bit more entertaining than a boxing match was. BKFC, what is that? I'm assuming that's a UFC kind of spin-off. I don't know what BKFC is, but thank you for the super chat. DCS Beamer, you're the man. I appreciate that, brother. As we can see now, Thor celebrating, getting his photos with his team and crew. Thor doing well. Thor deserving that win in every respect. He was the better boxer. He outclassed Eddie continuously. Eddie did get a knockdown early on in round one. There is the replay of Eddie landing that overhead right. The overhead right never landed completely flush. That was the thing that didn't knock down Eddie. If we look at all the different replays, Eddie Hall really struggled to get close enough to Thor at any point in time. Thor was able to keep him at bay with his conventional and traditional strategies, and he only had the right. The second knockdown of Eddie Hall, of Thor Bjornssen, as we saw, it was just a trip and a push and a to continue. But it was from there on that they control. That left right there, that left cross genuinely dropped Eddie. And Eddie could have been gone then, but credit to him, he did get back up. But Thor absolutely dominant in that respect. You can see the desperation from Eddie and the way that he's throwing that overhand right. He was unable to get it. He almost got knocked down. He bounced off the ropes again, and you can see the cumulative effect of the combinations thrown by Thor was significant. The nodding of approval from Thor as he watches Eddie recoil into the ropes. You know that he was having fun out, enjoying what he was doing. He was dishing out the punishment at will almost. The right jab, you can see clean on the chin of Eddie. The reach of Thor, superior. The execution of Thor, superior. Didn't matter that the punching power of Eddie was potentially more significant. He was never able to land anything clean. The posture, the shape of Eddie Hall was loose, was messy. It didn't look like that of a boxer in any way, shape, or form as he hits the deck. Once again, you can see the cumulative force and the combination cross, the left straight there, just knocking Eddie down. It was just the accumulation of those jabs and those crosses with a decisive victory to Hathor Bjornssen. My goodness me. Nice replay run there from Segi.tv. Well done. All right, so the question I want to ask you guys now, guys, and I'm going to ask you a favor. Hit me up for addressing the last poll. 64% of you said that he will not donate the £1 million. I think that is the most likely outcome as well, but I'm sure the internet will hold him accountable in some way, shape, or form. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you the question. Were you satisfied? Were you satisfied with this fight? Were you satisfied with this fight? As a entertainment spectacle, as a spectator of boxing, did you enjoy, were you satisfied with this fight? Hathor Bjornssen, Eddie Hall, some 2 years in the making. Hathor Bjornssen getting the job done. He gets the bragging rights in terms of Eddie Hall coming into this match. He really did want this match to be the conclusion to the argument. Yes, 62% of people say that they were satisfied with this fight. I agree. I was satisfied with this fight. I think that it was an entertaining match. It went 6 rounds. We saw multiple knockdowns. We saw blood on the eye of Eddie Hall. We saw great boxing from Hathor Bjornssen. We saw bravery. We saw both gentlemen getting up after being knocked down multiple times. It was a decent fight considering that these two guys are former world's strongest man competitors and not really boxers. Will Thor go on and become more of a boxer from here? Who knows? As Pseudonym, who's been a pay-per-view member for 2 months, comes in. As I end that poll, 65% of you say yes. Ryan, you should jump over to commentate the Monster Factory arm wrestling matches. Yes, I should do that indeed. I will probably do that, guys, if you want to stick around. I will just potentially keep this one going if you guys want. I'll just keep this one going and we'll go watch the Monster Factory arm wrestling matches as we end this one here. I will see if I can jump across to that one. Let's have a look. YouTube.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. If you are here just for the boxing, you don't want to hear me talk about arm wrestling as well. All right. We got the Monster Factory on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, head over to Michael Todd's. We're in the undercard factory. We got Bill Logston right on our table. Who's he against? I'm not even sure. Bill Logston, of course, one of the members of Game of Arms on the right of screen. Bill Logston. I don't even recognize this gentleman on the left. Let me know who is Bill Logston taking on right now. All right, so I will stay here right now. I'm just gonna ask you guys a poll. You want me to stay on this live, or restart? Stay, restart. You guys, let me know. You want me to stay on this live or restart for my commentary of the Monster Fat pay-per-view? This is more my jam. I can talk arm wrestling a whole lot more than I can boxing. All right, Bill Logston on the right of screen now. I don't recognize his opponent, but there is the start, and Bill Logston with the good hand control. There's supinated defensive position on the left of the screen, but Bill Logston looking composed. He's got that chop in place, the nod, the shake of the head from Bill Logston as he's waiting to add that side pressure. Here it comes, the side pressure, but he gets turned into the hook, and there is the drive. Bill Logston getting the victory there. All right, 81% of you guys say stay on this one. All right, I will stay here. Guys, thank you. I appreciate all 445 of you. I will give you my commentary right here of the pay-per-view, the Michael Todd pay-per-view action, looking pretty good. Let's see who comes up next in the live stream. 74% of you guys said stay. And we can see Rebecca and Michael there providing commentary. It looks pretty cool what they're doing. They're getting a decent amount of action. So I have a feeling that this is free to watch right now for the channel on their undercard, and then potentially they're going to go to the pay-per-view later on. Just getting a feel for it. I think that's what's going on. But ladies and gentlemen, we are watching now. If you've just come on, the Eddie Hall versus Thor match is a conclusion. Thor has won that match, unanimous decision, very dominant victory. But now we are commentating live of the Monster Factory pay-per-view, where we're going to see a couple of big matches. I'm really looking forward to the Paul Lynn Vigron Bath match. Particularly, that's the one that I am going to be absolutely watching. I cannot wait for it. We'll see that one hopefully shortly. I just got to make sure that I have the full access to it. I'm not even sure if I'm a member of Michael Todd's pay-per-view or not. Let's see if I can work that out. Okay. So people are telling me that Eddie needs to get a tattoo. I missed that one. Did Eddie? Yeah, look at that. I do need to join and become a member of his pay-per-view. Join the Monster Factory pay-per-view, $5.99. It looks like it is going to cost. I'll be a member of that. Let's see if I can get this. Yep. There we go. I'm a member of the pay-per-view. Good stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm all set to be able to commentate the full event now. We are members of the pay-per-view. So, guys, thank you so much. If you want to see the pay-per-view that we're talking about, of course, you can head to the Monster Factory channel, Monster Michael Todd. That's where they are live. That's where I'm commentating from. Get both windows open at the same time. I will give you my commentary. Yeah, guys, please hit the like button on this stream. Let's get this one rolling as we wait for the next match to come up. We'll see who it is going to be. But good production quality here so far from the Todds. They are looking good. They got commentary. They got multicam going on. They got nice ads going by on their live stream. It looks pretty damn good. We will see. Oh, look, they're actually running mid-roll ads as well. Not only did we have to watch Viking ads when we're watching the boxing, but we're going to be watching some ads here on the Michael Todd pay-per-view as well. They've got these ads built in. Good stuff. Okay, so that match looks like it was Luke Pulcher against Bill Logston. And up next, I believe we have Ryan Moran v. Joel Cagle, and then Russ Schrader v. Justin Bear, Layron Wilson v. Danielle Evanson, and And then after that will be the actual pay-per-view event. So that one will be coming up shortly, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so feel free to keep talking about Eddie and Thor if you guys want. I'm happy to talk about that whilst we watch the undercard here. I'll keep it going for both. I'll duel both. But Eddie Hall, like I said, it'll be interesting to see how Eddie Hall handles that loss because at the end of the day, we know Eddie Hall was frustrated. Will he put to bed? And I'm going to ask you guys this question. Will Eddie stop talking about 2017 now? That's the question. Will Eddie stop talking about 2017? Because that's the question. He has been humbled by Thor. He has decisively lost. It will be interesting. Will Eddie be able to bring himself to stop talking? All right, we got some female arm wrestling going on right now. Let's get the name. Oh, we got that hook from Danielle. There it is, set in. She was, of course, I think from Canada. There is the defensive hook position. Once again, the drag coming the down pressure. And there it is, Danielle with the win. Let me just double check. I got all the names correct there. Want to make sure this is good. This is Danielle Evanson up against Laren Wilson. Danielle versus Laren. Danielle taking the first round there, setting that hook decisively. She is a great defensive hook puller. Once she gets the supination set, she gets the drag in and is able to control it. As 61% of you guys in the vote say that no, Eddie will not stop talking about 2017. Interesting poll as we watch Danielle. And I forget the other girl's name already. I have a fishbowl member, but oh, great top roll. There we go. Daniel unable to set the hook on this one, and Laren Wilson getting the decisive out of straps victory. Laren Wilson with an explosive top roll, taking that victory. I'm not sure what the round count is right now, but I've seen at least one apiece, but they didn't swap sides, so maybe it was an elbow foul call, but even still, solid stuff from Laren Wilson there, getting the victory over. Getting the victory over Danielle. Sorry, I'm terrible remembering these ladies' names. I got to keep scrolling down to check the names. Danielle and Laren Wilson. Most interestingly, okay, I'm going to ask who wins on these upcoming matches. We have a few upcoming matches coming up. Who takes it? This is the match I'm most interested in. Oh, I keep on going right at the wrong spot. Who takes it? Let me try one more time. Who takes it? Ron Barth or Ron Barth? Oh, come on. Oh, Paul Lynn. Who takes this one here, ladies and gentlemen? Ron Barth, Paul Lynn will be a main event coming up shortly. Who is going to take that one? I can't wait to watch it. Ron Barth, Paul Lynn, two arm wrestlers I'm very interested in. I would love to grip up with both these guys at some stage. I do believe Ron Barth is the favorite in this one and will look to decisively win it. He does have the intent. Ron Barth coming in at 83% of the votes so far, saying that he will take it. As Laren Wilson and Danielle Evanson grip up once again, they are off to the straps this time. That will help set the hook. But returning to the poll, you can see Ron Barth at 85%. I do believe it is his to win. Paul Lynn, of course, he's last showing up against John Brzenk. That was an awesome outing from Paul Lynn. He really did show his caliber there, that he was able to get connection. He was able to find his power against John and make John work. And John, of course, has gone on to be incredibly dominant in that 100 kilos category since then. But Paul Lynn, absolutely one of the up and comers. And I think do we even call him an up and comer anymore? I don't think we do. I think he's arrived. And it's just how much has he arrived? Has he arrived to the level of being able to defeat Ron Barth? 17% of you think it is the case. As we look at now the strap between Danielle and Laren with that high position, you can see the webbing. She's managed to get a significantly high grip over Danielle. Danielle is going to, you would think, struggle to get her wrist flexion involved in that. The wrist connection is well and truly above. As a hooker, she's missed the opportunity to get that wrist on wrist feeling. It is all being fought above the wrist line. This is going to play into the top roll hand of Laren Wilson. And then we go off to the rep script. I expect to see Lauren Wilson take this wrist control. Then the question will be, does Danielle have the hand control to stop, the side pressure and the arm commitment to actually stop this match and hold it off? We're going to find out that in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, as Danielle and Lauren are set to start round 3. I believe this is one apiece so far. Danielle on the left screen, Lauren Wilson, on the right. Here goes the start, and it's into the hook. There we go. We got the rotation turned on, and it is Danielle with that drive. She manages to set the hook despite the inferior strap position that she had. She manages to set the hook and shows the dominance, shows that in the strap is where she wants to be. Good stuff there. I think that is 2-1 now for Danielle over Liren, but I'm not even sure how many rounds this one is. We will find out in a moment. Whew. All right, guys. I have no idea what the order of the matches is going to be. All I know is that I've grabbed the pay-per-view, and I think we are only a few matches away before we get to that. 81% of you think Ron Barth will take it. Ryan Unleashed asks, Ryan, who do you think would have the edge if they had a match right now, John or Ron? I'd have to say John. I think John is in form. John's controlling everything. He's, I believe John, just in his match for Engen Terzi, he just rolled out of bed. He didn't stop his training. He didn't rest. He didn't do anything. He just went straight to the match and just carried on. What am I drinking? I'm drinking just Coke. Nothing special. Just Coke. It's warm and flat and it's gross. It's not very palatable at all, to be honest, if I'm honest. All right. John Doe comes in with a super chat. He said, I think Ron beats Lynn. Why does Matt Mask have problems with Barth? How would you do against Lynn? Oh, I love it. John Doe, great question. Good super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I think Ron beats Lynn too. He is the favorite. It is his match to lose. Why does Matt Mask have problems with Barth? To be honest, I wasn't aware of it. I didn't know that was the case. Maybe because Ron Barth has stolen a lovely Canadian lady in Angie Rose. I don't know. I wasn't aware, to be honest, that Matt Mask had a problem with Ron Barth. And how do I think I would go against Lynn? In 2018, Paul Lynn defeated me in the final of the Arizona tournament. I would love to face Paul Lynn. I think I have the game to potentially knock him off now. I think that his back pressure and high knuckles position, he would threaten my hand, but I have this nice drive now. I think my containment has been my emphasis for the last year and a half. I think my fingers are great. I'd love to see if I could contain with my fingers and just stop him right there. And with him open up out here looking for a top roll, I think I could defend and drive through the center. I'd love to find out. Either way, Paul Lynn is one of those gentlemen I would love to face. All right, what else we got? Sorry, just reading through some of your comments. Alan Ford, I want to see John versus Hutchings as well. Yeah, Alan Ford, the hitman Alan Ford from Canada, one of Canada's all-time great middleweight arm wrestlers right there, Alan Ford. Yes, absolutely. I would love to see John versus Hutchings. I think that is in the works as these ladies get themselves set once again. I think John v. Todd is a very significant match. I think John v. Todd could potentially be the top 2 100-kilo arm wrestlers on earth right now. John v. Todd is huge, and we need to see it. I believe it's coming. I don't know if there's been any official announcements yet. I believe it's coming. John is preparing. Todd is preparing. It's going to be awesome. All right, here we are in the straps now. Danielle, and there's the top of the defense. There's the top roll gets through this time. The side pressure adds it up. I don't know what score we got. We must be close to being all locked up. These two ladies now, Liren Wilson and Danielle Evanson, I've seen them at least win 2 rounds each. Whilst I wasn't paying attention there, I don't know if a 5th round snuck in, but I have a feeling we are 2 all in this one between Liren Wilson and Danielle Evanson. Good stuff. Eddie's going to be a monk now that his ego is getting wrecked, says Willy Wonka. Fascinating call. I guess all Eddie's shit talking didn't help him win the fight. Yeah, to talk once again about Eddie Hall. I think that was fascinating. I think that he would be a frustrated man. He wasn't a boxer, that's for sure. He didn't have the boxing skills that Hathor Bjornssen had. He was a one-armed boxer, just parrying with his left and trying with his giant overhand right. He would either go with a traditional left foot forward stance and try to throw the big haymaker, or he'd go the right foot forward stance and just jab with his right. I don't think I saw Eddie Hall throw a punch with his left arm all night. It was a one-armed man up against a far superior boxer in Hathor Bjornssen, and it was done quite convincingly. Julian St. Pierre says if you look up anticlimactic in the dictionary, the definition will be a Thor versus Eddie fight. I don't think it was that harsh. I enjoyed it. Julian St. Pierre. I know that I think about 70% of people in the poll said they were satisfied with the event. As we head into the round 5 now, Danielle trying to catch that top roll, force it into the hook. It looks like it's heading that way, but the good hand defense so far from Liren. But there it is, the side pressure drive. Danielle taking that win. Did she get awarded it? I don't know. The referee, I can't tell what this referee is doing, but ladies and gentlemen, that's the fact. Drew Michael Todd is what I'm commentating. If you're wondering what on earth is going on, it looks like there's a restart. I don't know. There must have been a foul somewhere. Ryan, where can we see what you're watching, guys? I will. Hey, good. I should probably pin it. Let me just copy to see. Watch the Michael live stream. All right, guys. I'm just going to comment now, and I'll pin this one. Oh, pin message. Okay, so I've pinned what I'm watching at the moment. Guys, if you do want to watch the live stream that I am watching at the moment, the Monster Michael Todd pay-per-view event is on. It is an undercard, which is free to watch at the moment. Everyone can click that link. It will soon cross over to the pay-per-view, though, where you'll need to be a pay-per-view member. So I'm already signed up as a pay-per-view member. Looking forward to that one. Ron Barth v. Paul Lynn, my favorite match, among others, will be there. I think Monster Michael Todd's pulling as well. Let me double check see if I can find the card for you. Okay, I can't see the full card yet, but I will be able to see the full card once they cross over to that one. But we're still going with the undercard at the moment. But ladies and gentlemen, keep the chatter going on what you think about everything that's going on. Please don't talk about Michael Todd. He's overrated. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Will Michael Todd ever rise in the world ranks again? Okay, generic question there. Will Michael Todd ever rise in the world ranks again? These girls are still pulling. It must be a 6-round super match now. But I think this is the 6th round. It's not a best of 5. I think Danielle is up 3-2. Will Michael Todd ever rise in the world ranks again? He's made the declaration that he's getting back to his King's moving style. He's going all in again on what he was good at. 39% of you say yes. 61% of you say no. It won't happen. Arm Wrestling Newbie says, Ryan, do you think Neil Pickup will be all right tonight? Will he need a double chamomile to sleep? He may. He'll have a long shower, that's for sure. Neil Pickup, of course, good friends of Eddie Hall. But it does seem that Eddie Hall was completely outboxed, and Eddie Hall was unable to land. He's unable to land any of the knockout punches that he was trying to throw. He was swinging crazily, but not quite getting there at any point. And 63% of you guys are voting saying no. Michael Todd will never rise in the world ranks again. Of course, Michael Todd, there he is on screen if you're watching at the moment, commentating with Don Underwood. Michael Todd taking an absolutely heavy loss to Gennady Vikvinia at the last East vs. West. And it was a match where Michael Todd was the overwhelming favorite going in, but he just didn't manage to even get halfway to looking decent in that match. He got absolutely belted by Gennady Vikvinia. It did seem as though Michael's style had been lost. It seemed like Michael's weapons of the past were no longer existent, and it did seem like it was over for Michael. It'll be interesting to see. He's taking a step back in terms of who his opponents are. Will he be able to regain momentum? Who knows? But 63% of you don't think it'll happen. All right, so round 6 going on now between Danielle and Liren Wilson and Danielle Evanson. I think this is round 6. I believe it is 3-2 currently for Danielle. Yeah, Swedish Viking says Eddie Hall is all shit talking nowadays. What happened with backing up the bullshit? Yeah, he tried, but he failed. He definitely didn't do enough. He had 2 years to prepare, and he didn't really develop the boxing skills necessary. He went with a one-trick pony approach, and that one trick did not land by any stretch. All right, final match. Here we go. 6th round, Danielle Veslieren. It's 3-2 to Danielle at the moment. Can she finish this, or will it end and go to the silver bullet round, perhaps? In the straps. Great top roll. There it is. We are 3-3, I believe, in this match. These ladies, good battle, but 3-3. I don't know if they're going to go to a 7th. They might. 7th round, silver bullet. It's always good fun. Ryan, live the dream. My hat off to you, says Holly. Thank you very much, Holly, for the support. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everyone with the super chats and the memberships and all that sort of stuff. Guys, I guess I can give you guys an update. I'm still waiting on the visa to be approved of Bojidar Simeonov. When that visa does get approved, we will carry on with the event. It's all been put on hold until that. We submitted it on February 20th, and we're still waiting for an approval. Given that the vast majority of them are approved within 3 days, I have no idea, and they won't give us any information, but we are still waiting for that approval of Bojidar Simeonov's visa, and then he'll be taking on my right arm, which is in good form. All right, so I appreciate everyone that, and Holly, thank you very much for the comment, and always grateful for the support. All right, so it looks like that match is concluded now. I don't think they're going to a silver bullet 7th round, so we will probably jump over very shortly to the pay-per-view. I'll see if I go over there. I'll open that one up in a new tab and see what's cracking. Oh, it says it's live in 83 minutes time. It's Ron Barth versus Paul Lynn, Don Underwood versus BJ Fakagas, and Robbie Toppy versus Michael Todd in the 5-round left-hand super match. Don Underwood versus BJ Fakagas will be a good match as well. That will be pretty damn awesome. Both of those guys, incredibly stout. Don Underwood, one of the OGs of years gone by, where he was just a killer. He was able to what he did to Devin Larratt and arm was nothing short of amazing, where he looked like he absolutely had Devin's measure that day. Pinned him over and over and over again, but called for elbow fouls over and over and over again. It was pretty full on. But Don Underwood up against BJ Fakagas will be awesome. I think BJ Fakagas is one of the most, I guess, unknown but monstrously strong guys. He's dominant lately, and he's always been immensely strong. I have met BJ. He won the open weight division in Arizona. He lost to Travis Bajan in the final, but he looked immense. Absolutely awesome match. I can't wait to see BJ Fakagas against Don Underwood. It's going to be awesome. So I'm just watching all the ads that Michael Todd's got built in. I'm impressed with all these random ads that he's putting in. He's built in a lot of different ads. I don't know where he got all these different ad sponsors from, but well done, Michael Todd, on the pay-per-view, on the live stream that's going on. Very professional stuff. Irving Brown says, I definitely believe Michael will make a comeback. Irving says, I definitely believe Michael will make a comeback. He needs to concentrate on his arm wrestling only and not share a lot of what he's doing. Let Rebecca handle the channel. It's too much of a distraction. Irving Brown. Yeah, Michael definitely does need to focus a whole lot more. Rebecca definitely does do all the heavy lifting when it comes to the channel. That's for sure. I talk a lot with Michael and Rebecca about the channel, and we go back and forth sharing ideas and do some consulting work with each other, all the stuff all the time. And Rebecca definitely does the heavy lifting there, but I don't think Michael's going to go anywhere. It'll be interesting to see if he can resurrect his career as an arm wrestler, but we'll see. Yeah, we will see. All right, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Which match are you guys looking forward to the most? Which one are you looking forward to the most? Okay, the matches we've got Topi v. Ooh, Topi v. Todd. Got Bath v. Lynn. And we got Underwood v. Fokakis. Which one of these matches are you most looking forward to, ladies and gentlemen, out of the Monster Michael Dodd pay-per-view that is, I think, about an hour and 20 minutes away? I'm not going to be able to I'm not going to be able to commentate it. I just realized I got to head to church. By that time, it is almost 9 a.m. here. I'll be at church when this match kicks off, literally. But nonetheless, I'll be supporting the event, and you can see Bathfest Lynn as the overwhelming favorite of the match that we all want to see. Absolutely, I agree. Bathfest Lynn is the one that I'm most interested in. Ron Bath did come to Australia in 2018. He took on Ryan the Milkman Scott in a super match here, and he beat Ryan the Milkman Scott 3-1. And then he toured Australia and all sorts of stuff. Got to meet the guy, train with him. It was awesome. And Paul Lynn, of course, Mr. Nice Guy of arm wrestling. He is one of the middleweight top shelf arm wrestlers out of the United States of America. He's pushing always to climb those ranks. He's very close to the top. Bath versus Lynn and Toppy versus Todd looking like the two favorite matches. Robbie Toppy versus Michael Todd left hand. Interesting. Robbie Toppy, absolute tank of a left hand puller. Legitimately serious. He has all the goods to beat Michael Todd, and I think he's actually the favorite going into it. I don't think Michael Todd is the favorite, but we will see what's going on. And of course, Don Underwood, BJ Fokakis as well. But most of you guys interested in Bath v. Lynn and Toppy v. Todd, it is going to be solid. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I really appreciate all of you guys here. I am going to jump off because it's been a good 3 hours of commentary, and I'm not going to be able to be here for the pay-per-view event for Michael. Like I said, I'll be at church. So, guys, I just want to personally thank you all genuinely for being here. There's still 253 of you guys that have hung around from the Eddie vs. Thor match. Thank you genuinely. You guys know that it's been a pain in the ass for me in the last week or so. We had a lot of hurdles thrown at us, but we're keeping on pushing forward. Hopefully we get the approval of the visa of Bojda, and we'll have that pay-per-view happening right here in the studio. Aussie Arm Wrestler sitting right here where I am. I'm commentating that with Jordan the Richard Davis sitting right beside him. We've got a great undercard. So, guys, thank you for the support. Thank you to all the members who are signed up for the pay-per-view. I promise you it is coming. Bojda will be here despite the setback of losing revenue from Facebook and all that sort of stuff. We lost $80,000 in revenue from Facebook, which is a real kick in the guts, but we're going to rebuild that, and we're going to get this promotion moving forward regardless. But yeah, guys, I wanted to thank you all personally for being here. Please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and like this video, all that sort of stuff. Thank you for joining me for the Eddie vs. Thor match. I enjoyed it. I'm not a boxing commentator, but I had a great amount of time. And yeah, guys. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys again real soon.